disappointed in every one of you.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I kiss you on the mouth.
No, I'm not cool with that. Just, I'm sorry.
One more time.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I mean, I'm dealing with degenerate animals.
I'm disappointed in every one of you. Disappointed in every one of you.
All right, come on.
Honestly, I can't do it, man.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
Let me tell you why.
It's gonna be all right, Nicky. Go ahead, shoot.
You just killed a little fucking man.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, because you got nothing. You don't got a thing. Yeah, because you got nothing.
Lobito! Got nothing.
I want to get out. I want to get out of this rat hole. I want to get online. I need
BDA Boxing.
Well, welcome everybody to the Boxing Podcast. Broadcasting to you live from the True North. It's your good friend, Mr. BDA, and I'm glad. That's right, I'm glad that everybody could be on board for this one. Fellas, in this episode, we've got a fantastic one for you. And I do mean fantastic. We've got a lot to cover here. A lot of things went on this past weekend. New events, new champions, if you want to call them champions. And a couple of interesting fights to be sure. Of course, we also gonna sort of mince words a little bit, perhaps, about Teofimo Lopez versus Cruz. That's coming up next week. We're gonna try to do a lot of preview shows for that this week. Also, we got a jam-packed Saturday on top of that event. So a lot to talk about. Like I said, we're gonna try to save some of that for next week or during the week, because we do have our plate full on this episode. Now, like I said, we got a lot to cover here. So I'm going to big shout out to everybody in the chat. Before we get down to the fun, let's get the business out of the way, fellas. You know the drill. If you want to donate a couple of shekels our way, you're certainly welcome to do so via the Super Chat feature. You can also donate via the Buy Me a Coffee app. You can also donate via Discord or join the membership program here on YouTube. That way you get more bang for your buck. And don't forget, we're trying to raise money here for the Roadcaster Duo. That's right. The bar is right there at the top of your screen. And I believe Bucho might be hosting. Again, I don't know the order of how we're going to work this out, but there's a plan to do a call-in show using the Roadcaster. And the last time we tried it with the phone calls, I think we tried it. The phone calls sounded crystal clear, so we need a second one. And through your generous contributions, we shall achieve that. Be that as it may, you can also just hit the like and subscribe. That really helps us out, spread that BDA gospel. Let's give a big shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm talking about Never Sober's in there, King Bucho keeping an eye on things, Langsbury, Sean Rain. He says, what's up, BDA? From cold-ass Nebraska, and Zuffa Boxing production was hot trash. They are the new Costco Kirkland product of boxing. The jig is up and the fix is in, fellas. Oh, well, we're going to talk about that, that's for sure. Shout out to Skull Kid, Mexican Boxing, SSC, shout out to SSC, one of the initiated, Mexican Boxing 1, Team Batman Boxing, forever the best ever. How many more people to come? I'm sure, fellas. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. All right, let me start arranging a couple of things here. All right, so we got King Bucho and we got Fu TV, aka the real Fu TV. I was watching a Fu's episode from the day before yesterday, I think. I was laughing my ass off again, man. Good show. He was covering the Barrios versus. Was that?
Which one was that?
You were watching the Barrios versus Garcia press conference in the beginning.
Oh yeah. And the romantic music.
I mean, what you were saying? Forbidden love. What the fuck are you talking about? But anyway, I encourage everybody. I mean, it certainly did.
I'm on my phone right now, but if you're gonna be around a little while, I got a video from the ring that has to do with that press conference. It's a cut down version.
All right. Well, can't wait to see it. And we got a lot to cover here. So I want to thank both of you guys for joining us here, and as well as everybody in the chat. So let's get started here without any further prevarication or modification. We've got the big fight was yesterday, Saturday, between two undefeated lightweights, and there was a strap on the line as well. I believe it was the IBF. And so you had Raymond Muratalla beating Andy Cruz.
Was a strap on?
Come on, man. It was Raymond Muratalla coming out the winner of this one via majority decision. The scores were 114 via Max DeLuca, 116-112 from Steve Weisfeld, and 118-110 from Tim Cheatham, that is. Of course, I believe he's going to be doing the judging he's going to be judging the Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, or rather it's the other way around, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson bout. So now people are worried whether he's going to cheat him. That's what people are saying. That's the play on words there. But be that as it may, I think I've been reading a lot of comments from across the internet. A lot of people are saying that Muratalla did deserve the win. A lot of people feel that he edged it. I want to make a couple of observations here, if I may, because three things surprised me here. Number one, let's not forget here, just for posterity, that Muratalla was a 2-1 underdog. So he was a slight underdog. Wasn't the biggest upset ever, but it's an upset nonetheless. I was giving the edge to Cruz because I didn't like the way Muratalla looked against. It was not Chinga. What's his name? Nongeni, or whatever his name is. An African dude that tends to give a lot of guys trouble between 135 and 140 pounds. And then the way he looked against Evan Farmer, Muratalla that is, I was very doubtful about whether he was going to be able to get to Andy Cruz enough to win the fight. But sure enough, he did. And the thing that surprised me was how well he cut the distance. He looked like a natural pressure fighter. And it just goes to show you that sometimes guys end up powering up when they need that power up the most. So I was very impressed with that performance. I do think it was a very competitive fight. I wasn't keeping an official scorecard with me, but I was, just judging it by the eye. And it was very difficult to keep track of who was winning, after 9 rounds. But then I believe in the championship rounds, that's when Muratalla took over. Now, there's no shame for Andy Cruz. Less than 10 fights. He managed to give Muratalla a very, very tough fight. Now, I want to say more about that, but first I want to hear from you guys. What did you guys think about the fight?
I did score the whole thing, but it looked, I had Cruz losing pretty easily. Yeah, I just it was the first 4 rounds I scored on my channel. I had Cruz losing all 4. The first one, first 4. Then I kind of stopped counting the punches, and you could just kind of fight that you just watch it, and you don't really need to count punches. You can tell who's winning. It wasn't that close, right? It was competitive.
I had it 115, 113. Maybe 116, 112 for Muratalla.
Yeah.
There were rounds where Muratalla wasn't doing that much, man. But I mean, he's the one coming forward, and I like that. You're the judge. I think that's what you're looking for. Who's dictating the
That's
fight?
what you're supposed to be looking for. But nowadays they muddy the waters. Oh wait, that guy's winning. He must be winning.
Big guy.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was a good decision. 118. Was it 118, 110, 109? I don't know. That's maybe
from
too much. That means that they only give Cruz 2 rounds. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know. That was a bit crazy. 114, 114. I mean, maybe, but again, I think that right guy won. I think Muratalla did more. I like when he went to the body. He was actually doing a lot of damage. Cruz really couldn't handle those body shots. But I don't know why he wasn't doing it that much. I mean, sure. I mean, Cruz is very fast, so you go to the body, you're opening yourself up, and you can get countered by a fast guy like Cruz. But still, I mean, the cost benefit, man. Here, like, the benefits outweigh anything, man. Because he almost went. I think he had Cruz clinching at some point because of those body shots. So he should have continued with that. Maybe he could have stopped them. Regardless, good decision.
We got Frank Bay jumping in. Frankie.
Yo,
Frankie.
what's up?
What's up, man? You just joined
Yes,
us as
sir.
we're talking about the main event. Curious to get your thoughts on what transpired.
I thought it was a good, close, competitive fight, but Muratalla did do enough to earn it. We talked about it before. You know, people get enamored with the slick style, man. And Cruz had most skills. And I see people saying robbery and all that, man. But you know, Andy Cruz did his best Snackford imitation with looking sideways, and he just should have stuck his tongue out a little bit more, and maybe he would have got the rounds. But
Not enough tongue. That's true. Not enough tongue.
exactly.
That's what they used to hear in the industry.
Whoa, hey. And he did a lot of back foot bitching. I mean, let's not forget his back was against the rope pretty much the entire fight. Even his trainer, you know, if anybody thinks it was a robbery or even close, I guess you could say, like close enough that could have gone either way. Even Ennis's trainer, Bozy, Shabuzi,
come on.
he told him he was down. He told him in the corner he was down. So
Bozo Anus.
Listen.
Yeah. I mean,
listen to these guys. it's a
He
Sunday
was
show
on the
for
ropes.
Pete's sakes.
He didn't want to. He couldn't stand he couldn't hold his ground. When he tried to in the exchanges, he would get the worst of the exchanges. So, yeah, I mean, Muratalla was dominating. And by the way, Cruz fitted pretty bad in round 11 and 12. That definitely, I mean, in my opinion, was a big difference. Those last two rounds. If it's a close fight, then, you know, going into the 11 and 12, you need to win those. And he clearly didn't win round 11 and 12.
Stand your base. Stand your base. The space is your space, yeah?
How many times do I hear that on fucking Sobers' channel, man? It's like people just spam that Conor McGregor quote there or soundbite. But yeah, you're right, though, that those body shots were really what I believe took a lot of the steam out of Andy Cruz. Because again, if you're getting beat up to the body, you can still move, but you're going to have to sacrifice. It's either you punch less and you move more, or you punch more, but you don't move as much. And I believe that may have been what transpired yesterday. Also, I want to get to Muratalla's physicality and how there might have been a difference in size in terms of proportionality there from the bodies and the musculature, but we're going to get to that. I just want to point out that I found out the CompuBox data from the official CompuBox. I haven't seen it anywhere else for some reason. It says that Muratalla threw 611 punches, landed 175. Cruz landed 176 and landed 537. That is from yesterday. What do you guys think about that? I think Cruz actually outlanded him by one punch. And I believe that comes because of the fact that he threw less jabs but landed more. What do you guys think about that?
Muratalla landed 112. Sorry, what? Yeah, he landed 112 power shots. Cruz 99. Also, I mean, we can look at we gotta go round by round. That's how you score a fight, right? Round by round. And yeah, Muratalla, I think, landed the hardest shots and won the most rounds. That's pretty much how it is. I mean, because this could be deceiving.
I mean, yeah, if you land 15 punches more than your opponent, it's a bit of a domination right across the rounds.
Right.
But when it's a one punch difference landed, and again, like you say, you count the punches landed, the harder punches and all that.
Yeah, I like to look at the punches landed and thrown going round by round, not at the whole accumulation of things. Because, a fighter can fade at the end of the fight. So he's throwing less punches at the end. But he might have thrown a lot of punches in the first half of the fight. So, I rather look at round by round.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be done. And Muratalla now ends up positioning himself as one of the best lightweights, if not the best. Because, again, let's keep in mind here that Tank Davis seems to be out of commission. We don't know what's going to happen with him. Apparently, he's still on the run. The Midnight Rider. They ain't going to catch the Midnight Rider. And Shakur Stevenson is at 140 now, although he's been saying that he's gonna move back down and he's gonna give the belt to Keyshawn, his friend Keyshawn, his brother. That's my brother. And who else is missing? Lomachenko retired last year or the year before that. So I mean, this lightweight division is starting to become wide open for somebody to take over. Now, of course, we also have a migration from 130 pounds. People are saying Shakur Foster might be moving up. Let me just put up the current top 10 lightweights according to Ring Magazine. You got Lucas Baddy, who might be taking on Kit Schofield one of these days. Sam Noakes, who gave Abdullah Mason a very tough fight. You got Denis Beranchyk still there. I don't know if he's collecting fruit for his fruit basket for his next opponent. Floyd Schofield, number 7. Abdullah Mason, number 6. Andy Cruz, number 5. El Camarón is at number 4. Muratalla, number 3. Gervonta Davis, number 2. And Shakur Stevenson, number 1. But again, doubtful that both these guys will ever fight again. Or in Shakur Stevenson's case, fight at lightweight. So who do you guys think would win between the Muratalla we saw yesterday, and Tank Davis?
I think it's a close fight, but hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Muratalla wins that fight. By the way, I created a poll a few hours ago, and I was reading some of the comments. But first of all, the results so far, 2,900 votes, and 76% of people have Tank Davis winning. 76%, as opposed to 24%. And some people in the comments are saying, well, this is clearly, old fanboys here. Somebody said, here comes Tank fanboys. And then somebody said, like Tank lost to Cruz and then lost to Lamont Roach, but all of a sudden he's gonna, it's gonna be. They think it's obvious that he's gonna beat Muratalla. That's a good point. I mean, he had close fights. Tank had close fights against Cruz and against Roach, a controversial wins on top of that, or draws, and to think that he's just gonna go in there and destroy Muratalla or defeat him easily. It's a bit of a stretch here.
Yeah, that's a long stretch right there, which is what Davis might be doing in prison in the next couple of in the near future, a long stretch. But I will say this, man. I wanted to say this about Muratalla because, like I said, I mean, a lot of people are saying this is a good win, and it really is because he was the underdog, so you got to count it as a good win. A lot of people weren't picking Muratalla. I certainly didn't. I had my doubts. But other people are saying, well, how big a win is it if the guy he fought had less than 10 professional fights and had never gone the distance, 12-round distance before? But, he was the favorite for a reason, Andy Cruz was. So what do you guys think? Is there a middle ground, or do you disagree with what people are saying? Break it down for me.
I don't understand the nature of the question.
Okay, let me repeat it or rephrase it if I can. Some people are saying that it's not that good a win because Andy Cruz had less than 10 professional fights. In other words, he was very inexperienced.
No, the guy was obviously skilled. I mean, that's what they were saying, right? That he was most skilled. And he definitely displayed his skills. He wasn't steamrolled. It was a competitive matchup. We see Morrell, these guys recently, Morrell and Madrimov get their due and credit, and they earned the fight. So no, it was a great win, and I don't think the six fights should be a negative against Andy Cruz, because I still think he's dangerous and he could beat a lot of the top guys if he decides to stay at 135 or 130. He's a dangerous opponent still.
I mean, Cruz was ranked pretty high, I think, right?
Right, he was, yeah.
This was he was the number 1 ranked, or what was he? I'm trying to.
Well, if I'm looking at,
he was number one ranked over the IBF. Obviously, because it was an IBF fight. So, yeah, they ranked him for a reason. Yeah, he only had 6 professional fights, but like the commentators were saying, telecast here. I mean, yeah, sure, he only has 6 professional fights, but he has he fought good opposition. So, the rankings, said it all. Frank's gone. I was gonna ask. I mean, who wins, Tank Davis or Muratalla? Is it a close fight or not?
I you know what? I would give the edge to Muratalla just simply because he's been more active. I believe he's younger by 2 years. He just seems more motivated. We saw Tank Davis. He got into a firefight against Isaac Cruz, right? And he held a lot in that fight. Again, the excuse from his fans is he hurt his hand. But again, I never saw any proof of that. I think some people were parading around a photograph of one of his knuckles swollen, which pretty much happens to a lot of fighters. Doesn't indicate an extreme injury or a severe enough injury that prevented him from performing well in that fight. he was doing a lot of clinching too from the get-go, by the way. So I don't buy this whole thing about him clinching because of a busted hand. He was clinching from the get-go. So that was 2021. Almost 5 years ago. So, this November is going to be half a decade since that last fight. We saw what happened last year when he fought Roach. He just didn't seem to, it seemed like he was looking for ways out in there. He's always looking at the crowd. He's looking at he gets hit with a body shot, and then he looks at the referee and makes a sad face like, can you believe, like a little kid who got his toy taken away by another kid, and he looks at the teachers like, he stole my toy. And then the shoulder bump on Roach's chin, taking a knee, running to his corner to have his face and his ass wiped. I mean, it's not a good look. It seems like
you're right. Like his head is not in the game. He's not
exactly.
in the game.
Long story short,
doesn't make any fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, against a guy like Muratalla who's streaking right now, strong, determined, he's got firepower, speed. I don't see Gervonta Davis beating him. I'm never say never. He does have that one punch power, but he would have to land it.
I mean, and then you talked about Muratalla's physicality or whatever. He looked pretty big, like you're saying. So he's a big guy. So maybe he can take some Tank Davis's shots. I mean, that guy looks like a welterweight in there.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. Cruz is no twig in there. He's no pencil-necked guy. I mean, he's got muscle on his own. Muratalla's back, however, it was his back that looked wider than Cruz's, and in certain angles, Muratalla looked bigger. And I said, okay, wait a minute. Muratalla trains with Robert Garcia. We know that Virgil Ortiz and Bam are snack fighters. Let me look it up and see what if Muratalla. The only connection I could see between Muratalla and Snack was that Muratalla was wearing a Snack shirt and giving them props in an Instagram video from last year, April last year. And then I went to Snack's website. He's not there as what they call a Snack representative or whatever. Now, that doesn't mean he's not using any other products or whatever, but from my understanding was that anytime anybody works with Snack, the Snack program is very quick and adamant about Muratalla, these athletes wearing their patch. They want to brand them, if you know what I mean, because that's what Victor Conte was all about, the branding. So I don't know, maybe Muratalla is with the Snack or he isn't, I don't know, but he certainly looked like the bigger guy in there. And it makes you wonder if he's one of those dudes that is gaming the system, and which I'm getting tired of, by the way. I'm getting tired of these people. Well, he made weight, so, it's legal. It's like, really? So you got as long as some dude, some fat guy in glasses up in California, Las Vegas, whatever, Nevada, tells you, well, it's okay, it's legal, that's it. You don't question it anymore. You don't question whether some people get an advantage or not being heavy around fight night. I'm telling you, Bucho, I'm getting tired of these people. I'm getting tired. Eventually, I'm gonna snap here or something.
True.
But what do you think? Do you think Muratalla looked overwhelmingly bigger in there, or?
Well, not overwhelmingly. He just looked bigger, thicker.
Oh,
but I mean, I don't think that. I mean, regardless, he's just stronger, naturally stronger than Cruz, and his style. I mean, he came forward. He decided to take risks, to try to win the fight. The other guy tried to do the be slick or whatever you want to fucking call it. Move, maintain distance and throw a few jabs here and there. Maybe catch Muratalla coming in. But the other guy tried to win the fight. He landed the significantly harder punches, and that's why he won the fight.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, people were saying in the whatchamacallit. By the way, didn't I? I thought I added Sobers' new account here. No wonder he wasn't jumping on. I was, what the fuck? Why isn't he jumping on? Hold on. Sobers changes his fucking account every other day, so having a hard time keeping up with it. By the way, Never Sobers' new storyline or byline is going to be Never Sobers looking for enemies, finding friends. The Never Sober story. He just makes enemies all over the place. But I'm convinced that if he really reaches out, he's going to make friends, because all of this acting out against people is because he really wants to be friends with them. All right, we got Sobers here. Sobers, we're still on the Ortiz versus... I don't know what I'm saying. We're still talking about the Ortiz versus Muratalla fight. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on what transpired.
Oh, my goodness. Yo.
Yes.
I didn't hear like the last 5 seconds as soon as you
all right. Just
said that
give us your thoughts on what happened yesterday between Muratalla and Cruz.
Muratalla and Cruz. So I thought it was I was favoring Cruz, right? I wanted to see Muratalla win, but I seen the pedigree Cruz had, and I seen a little bit of the problems that Muratalla kind of had, not problems, right? But I expected him to have an easier time with Tevin Farmer than he did, right? So I was thinking I had like 60-40 in favor of Cruz. But from what I've seen of Muratalla, he stuck to him like glue. He was outboxing him. He was out jabbing him. He was out fighting him, dude. And I heard some people say, oh, the size. That when you're an Olympian, when you're a gold medalist, you can give up some size and outbox somebody. It wasn't Muratalla wasn't there, hurting him and rocking him, and that's the only reason he was winning. He was outboxing him. Just like when Lomachenko was beating up on Devin Haney, the size wasn't a factor, right? Maybe he didn't knock him out or whatever because of it, but he was outboxing him. He was touching him up, and he was rocking his shit. So I don't want to hear that. People saying, "Oh, good thing Muratalla was bigger," whatever. Keyshawn Davis was bigger. Is bigger than he's like around the same size as Muratalla, and Andy Cruz beat him he's 4-0 against him, right?
That's right.
Right. And he wasn't like Muratalla was difficult to find. I mean, he was right there.
He was right here in front of him the whole time. That's what I thought Muratalla was doing really good, bro. He didn't let him breathe. He was stuck to him like glue. He was there like butt cheeks, always together.
He actually sometimes he didn't like kind of.
I'm gonna get butt naked in this motherfucking.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's. Hey, by the way, I went in there. Usually, there's a lot of people there. The Never Sobers the VC. There's somebody there all the time. It's like Jabba's palace. You can't just sneak in. But I was able to in the morning when everyone's asleep. I was able to surreptitiously sneak in there like Delta Team, the way they kidnapped Maduro, and I was able to get a couple of the sound bites there.
Dumb little piece of shit.
Stand your base.
I
got you on the roof.
All right, sorry. Go ahead. What?
Sobers should call his Sobers should call his Discord Sobers Palace, like Jabba's Palace, full of fucking
that's true.
and shit. Like,
it's true. He's got a bunch of women chained up in there, but you guys are you guys are right though. You guys are right. The size, first of all, it wasn't. I didn't see it that much of a size disparity, other than the back. That was noticeable. The fact that Muratalla's back was bigger. But hey, people are always saying you make the weight, you this and that. I'm curious to hear what people have to say about that now. But Sobers brought up Keyshawn Davis. There's a couple of other storylines coming into this fight or after this fight transpired, because I don't know if you guys saw, but Andy Cruz, who trains in Philadelphia with Jaron Ennis' father, was wearing the same Stephen Fulton trunks there, like the shorts, like the denim inspired shorts that Stephen Fulton wore when he fought and beat Figueroa in the rematch. I believe it was last year. Now, also, people were mentioning this in the Discord. This marks Robert Garcia, who was training Muratalla last night, already staying ahead of Bozy Ennis, who happens to be Jaron Ennis' trainer. So Garcia right now, as it stands, is 1-0 against the Ennises. And people were mentioning that on the Discord, that some of the advice that they overheard from Bozy Ennis to Andy Cruz is, man, you got to go get him. You got to go get him. And things of that nature, like these very simplistic commands. They say it's always better to keep it simple, but is there such a thing as certain commands being too simple? What do you guys think about that? The fact that now Robert Garcia gets the edge against Bozy Ennis. Are we looking too much into that?
I don't know, maybe. But you're right about the instructions. They're not the greatest when it comes to Cruz. And, Garcia keeps doing what he's doing, just producing champions, getting W's.
I mean, I was listening.
I think a little.
No, go ahead, Frank. Go ahead.
No, I think I agree with Bucho. I think people are looking a little too much into it. I mean, the trainers don't fight, but I think you can say, they hype up Cheeto Bomax and, oh, look at Bozy Ennis, he's working with Ennis. Like, bro, that's not gonna help. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it was a little too simplistic. Like, you should be giving him, if he's supposed to be this elite trainer and his son's all that, then where's the elite instructions? I mean, I'm assuming Andy Cruz is paying him top dollar. Fire that guy. He didn't give you top dollar advice.
You know what, though? It's interesting. It's interesting real quick because Ennis also failed to give Stephen Fulton any good advice when Fulton lost to Oshaki Foster about a month ago. Now, I don't know if there's anything anyone could have said to Fulton to beat Oshaki Foster, who is just outsped and out-finessed in that one, but you don't, at this point in your career, Stephen Fulton, he's a seasoned veteran. He doesn't know how to cut the distance, put the guard up, and cut the ring off and cut the distance off. He was just, for 12 rounds, he was trying to outbox Shakur Foster when he knew that wasn't going to work. Like, how come?
Yeah, that was
like
a terrible fight. Yeah, no, I don't know. He was out of shape. On top of that, I mean, what's his name again? Fuck.
Stephen Fulton.
Fulton was out of shape. Yeah, no, but this is a different fight. This was a different fight where, I think they were relying on Cruz's Olympic mind. He's gonna figure out Muratalla. Muratalla is obviously Mexican style or whatever they fucking believe it is. That is, and they thought it was gonna be. He wasn't gonna require a lot of instructions. Cruz wasn't gonna require a lot of instructions. He was just gonna be on autopilot. And just do
That's a good point.
Do his thing. But
I mean, listen, in terms of like Frank made a very good point. You're paying a top trainer here. This isn't just any old trainer you get from the YMCA and a guy with a towel on top of his shoulder. It's like, oh yeah, I'll train you. This is one of the most sought after trainers in Philadelphia, and he couldn't do that. Now you take a look at what Robert Garcia was able to do with Muratalla. Muratalla, like I said, didn't look great against movers like Jolani Nongeni and what's his name, Tevin Farmer. And yet all of a sudden, when it counts the most, he's able to step it up. You could tell they drilled cutting the ring off, cutting the distance, not overcommitting too much against Cruz. There was even a point where Muratalla cut the distance and Cruz was trying to do the pivot and the shoulder roll and the lean back. And Muratalla just stuck to him like glue and just tapped him with a couple of jabs in the face. And you could tell that Cruz was like, oh shit, this guy, you're supposed to still be 2 feet away from me at this point. No, the guy was sticking to him. So they drilled this, they worked it out, and it was quite a performance from Muratalla. And like I said, Ennis so far has not shown the same. And by the way, I was listening to this 3 knockdown rule. Steve Kim was saying, and that was the episode preceding this fight. Steve Kim was saying that it's not fair anymore for Robert Garcia to keep being in contention for a trainer of the year because he's going to keep winning him. This dude has a giant stable of fighters. I don't even know how he keeps up with all these fighters that he has. But right now, there's Robert Garcia as a trainer and everybody else. He just wins by sheer volume, this guy.
Yeah. I mean, there was a time Robert was steady taking L's with his fighters. I can't think of. There was a period of time that they were criticizing him. But for Robert Garcia, I just think he has an eye for talent. I think as a coach, okay, he has Muratalla now, but he had to have seen something in him before this stage of his career. So to me, that's the mark of a coach is when you see somebody in the gym, you hear that certain rhythm that they have or hitting the bag, you hear that special thump, pause. That's the mark of a good coach.
Absolutely.
I also think he did a good job with Joshua, even though Joshua lost to Usyk, obviously, in that second fight. But I think Joshua did much better than the first fight. And a lot of that has, what's his name? Why am I so fucking forgetting all these names?
You're popcorn.
Robert Garcia.
In your brain.
Yeah, I'm eating pork and I'm fucking tired now. He did a good job with Joshua. So he's a very good trainer. We all know this. So
of course. How many champions does Robert Garcia have and how many champions does Bozy has? His son? And what's his son best attributes? His physical talents, his natural ability, not his technical prowess. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's Fulton took an L last year and didn't even look all. He looked like Ennis just didn't get him in shape. And again, maybe I shouldn't be saying that it's Ennis's fault, but what I'm saying is it reflects on him too a little bit. You got to give him a little bit of criticism for that. He's got Ennis. Cruz just lost, and again, it's not like Cruz got schooled. But all I'm saying is where he doesn't have the volume of fighters that Robert Garcia has now. Manos Dinamita in the chat says, who said Bomac had a pistol? No, he says Cruz should go to the Salas Boxing Academy. Yeah, maybe he should go with a Cuban, or I don't know if Salas is. I always forget, is Salas Panamanian or Cuban? Whatever he is, he's a good trainer, very cerebral. Could probably get Cruz into a better game plan. Although again, you got to give Muratalla credit too. It's not like if Cruz would have had this trainer, Muratalla wouldn't have beaten him. No, it's not the trainer's fault per se. Also, another trainer that might be good is that dude that is now training, the dude that used to train Cotto. And I think Yorkis Gamboa and Ligonda as well. It was a Cuban guy. That guy looked good too. Like he really, yeah.
Is he the one with the Rolly Romero? Oh, that's another one.
No, that's Salas. That's the old Yoda.
Oh yeah,
wizard.
yeah.
Now, I wanted to say this too, by the way. So we were talking about Cruz and the Muratalla, where he goes from here. Now, Cruz is an interesting question because he was doing a lot of talking too before the fight. There was a video that surfaced where he kept calling Keyshawn Davis my son, which sounded kind of creepy, by the way. It's like, mi hijo, mi hijo. And he's like saying that one of these days I'm going to get my hands on my son again and I'm going to correct him. You know, he was talking like the guy from The Shining there. And he says, all these weird stuff, and now he ends up losing. So Keyshawn Davis was at the fight yesterday, and I saw this on the Discord. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Keyshawn Davis, just wherever he goes now, and he's got a fight scheduled next week, by the way, so I'm really curious to see if there's any antics that occur from his end. But he was already getting a head start yesterday. Check this out. He ended up sneaking into Muratalla's dressing room, probably uninvited, and check out what transpired. Hold on. Let me see if I can find there we go.
Yeah, the way they reacted to him is like, who the fuck, what are you doing here? Like, we ain't cool like that.
I'm sharing the screen.
Because look, Muratalla doesn't even dap him up. He like, you see Keyshawn tries to go for that, we're going to dap each other up, and he just gives him a handshake like, hello, sir. What are you doing here,
Yeah, he stared at him as if to say, like, it's almost as if he's tacitly trying to tell him, you don't belong here. What are you doing here?
He's acting like
he's looking for people. He's looking for people he knows around the room. He's like, "Oh, hey," you know what I mean? He's like, "Bro, you weren't invited here," and the fighter doesn't even know you're in the room. And then you see when they let go of his hand, he just right back to the TV like he wasn't even there.
Yeah, the chat was cooking. They were saying he looks like they thought he was a homeless guy. The dad wanted to give him $1.
Sure, you're somebody's kid. Oh, okay, cool, man. Get the fuck out of here.
But what is the thing is, he's acting as if he's like Mike Tyson or something. When you have a celebrity.
Oh my God, it's Keyshawn Davis.
Yeah. Oh, hey, brother. He stands up and hugs him or something. Like,
nah, bro.
It's just.
He looks like those kids at the store that try to sell you a candy bar.
The Make-A-Wish kid. The Make-A-Wish kid.
Hey, by the way, why is he wearing those glasses? You know those videos on TikTok now that where you see kids seeing for the first time when they get fitted with those special glasses? Those are the type of glasses it looks like he's wearing with the blue rims, blue or red rims. That's some weird ass glasses there.
The ones that hang around their neck.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And then look at this.
Imagine it's the other way around. Yeah.
He shafted Big G, Robert Garcia Sr. or whatever his name is. See that? He didn't even beat that too.
He doesn't know what he's doing in there.
No, why did they let him in?
Why did he with a colorful sweater on? You know what I'm saying? He's like, top rank guy.
How much you want to bet his hands were all sweaty?
Yeah. Hey, imagine it's the other way around. It's like Keyshawn's he's having a fight. He's in his dressing room, and Muratalla shows up.
They probably would have jumped him.
The networks wouldn't have even allowed that to happen. They wouldn't have filmed it or whatever. But because it's Keyshawn, I think it's like, it's a big, it's a superstar.
Yeah,
I understand. They're both in the same level, in my opinion, the same level. Okay, they're both champions or world champions, but they're on the same level. It's not as if Keyshawn is this fucking Mike Tyson type of guy or De La Hoya or whatever.
Bucho, that wasn't all, man. Keyshawn Davis then was seen celebrating after his Olympic nemesis, lost the fight. Check this out. I don't know if there's any sound here.
Can you get his ass,
What the fuck?
Let me get some of that shit, Keith. Hold on. Cause what are you doing over here? You wanna come to North? Come to North? Come to North, nigga. Don't come around here. This is not that amateur shit. You come around here playing.
Tell you what, man, he's sure enjoying himself a lot, considering he never fought the guy, never beat the guy, either in the amateurs, as far as I know, or in the pro ranks. In fact, I saw somebody on Twitter saying, I should have saved the tweet. Somebody was saying on Twitter, I told y'all Keyshawn would beat Cruz in the pros. It's like, did he beat him yesterday, or did I miss something? What happened?
What? I don't understand why he's so excited though.
Because he doesn't have to fight Cruz anymore in the foreseeable future.
And why hold a grudge against Cruz? Okay, he beat you in the amateurs. Like, okay, he was a better man.
Well, to be fair,
like,
Cruz was talking a lot of smack too.
Oh,
calling him
okay.
my
Well,
son
that I
and all
didn't
that.
know. What did he say?
Well, like I said earlier, he called him his son. He kept calling Keyshawn. He referred to
Oh, I
Keyshawn
missed
as
that
his son.
part.
Right.
Okay.
Now, is
Well-
Keyshawn Davis lucky that no cop saw him and said, "Hey, that's an easy arrest right there"?
The Cubans fake their ages,
disturbing
right?
the peace.
He might
Disturbing
actually be Keyshawn's dad.
What do you mean? What?
The Cubans, they fake their ages, I've heard.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So maybe
true.
Keyshawn's serious.
That is true.
I was being serious. He's like, I was being serious.
You
I'm your
my
father.
dad?
I
you my-
am your father. No.
You who I've been waiting for my whole life.
Yeah, that's super weak, man. That I can't, I just don't see any true professional fighter behaving like that, claiming somebody else's work.
What happened?
I mean, that's like
Yeah,
that's
I mean-
like bragging.
That's what Floyd
That's
did.
like acting. You banged the chick that your boy did. You liked her, but your boy banged her, and you're trying to say, "Yeah, man, my boy
Yeah,
did
it's
that."
pathetic.
Remember
Skull Kid-
Floyd did it in his fans when Manny got knocked out?
Oh yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a
I
good
remember
point.
that. Oh, it was crazy.
Floyd
Yeah,
did
it's
it.
just Floyd knocked out Pacquiao basically.
People, Jason in the chat says Keyshawn is delusional like his mama Clarissa. Hitstick says if Andy Cruz is Keyshawn's daddy, Raymond Muratalla is his granddaddy. That's an interesting point right there. Sean Rain says, I'm surprised Keyshawn Davis didn't steal from the dressing room. What do you guys think? Is he the type of guy that might grab a little something? His hands get a little
I
free.
would have checked his pockets.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think he should have had his pockets checked.
Somebody
It's
says,
a crazy reaction. Maybe he could have made a statement or something, but like not doing it that dance or whatever he was fucking doing with the belt, and that was just too much.
Skull Kid says it's called mental illness. I mean, I don't, people are going at
Well, that is
Keyshawn
true.
Davis
I mean,
there.
he even admits he has problems. So
Hey, at least he didn't go. I saw a garage there in the background. At least he didn't stand on top of it and started wondering, what if I jump? But I'll say this, man. We had that Keyshawn Davis there acting out. And yeah, so we'll see what that future holds. Again, he's got a difficult fight next Saturday against Jermaine Ortiz. So he should be focused right now and not thinking too much about Cruz.
Can I say something about this fight real quick?
I don't think so, no. Now go ahead, yeah.
I forgot now, bro.
Oh, come on.
I was gonna say these two dudes fought. Muratalla and Andy Cruz, they fought because the other guys, they want to fight them, right? The other guys that are supposed to be media darlings, I'm gonna be on the pound for pound after I beat Teofimo. Before Shakur Stevenson left Top Rank, the last fight he had there, they tried to offer him the Muratalla fight, and he turned it down. And he didn't really give a reason why. He doesn't talk about why. He doesn't say Muratalla's name. The same thing with Keyshawn Davis and Andy Cruz. You see how this guy's running around saying mijo, mijo, mijo. You know what I'm saying? You got some guy in Spanish making fun of you, calling you his son and shit, and you acting like you crazy, jumping people, saying, "Oh, I got the same thing that Tank Davis got, except I'm worse." Like you're supposed to be some killer and some future star, and like you act like this dude is Voldemort. You won't say his name. He acts like he doesn't exist. And I guarantee you now that Muratalla beat him, Keyshawn Davis is gonna act like he never has to fight him. Like he's gonna act like he never was shit. And I was listening to after the fight BDA, I went to some random channel, right? And it's like these 4 black dudes talking, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I would have accepted a draw. I think a draw would have been good, but Muratalla, I guess, Muratalla beat him. That's all right. But this just shows Keyshawn would have killed him. He would have killed him. He would have killed him. He would have killed him. They never should have been in the ring together. And it's like, nah, bro, you're not gonna do that shit. Like me and Bucho were talking about this earlier, bro. That what I say about Floyd Mayweather all the time, his best win in his career is Marquez knocking out Manny Pacquiao. After that happened, dude, he acted like he never had to mention Pacquiao's name again. It helped him push the fight further away. He acted like he knocked him out. And that's exactly what Keyshawn Davis was doing after Muratalla got the decision. You see that little video where he's like whooping the belt out in the middle of the air and shit? It's like, you didn't do anything, bro. This fool still has you 4-0. And you're going to act like, but now he's going to use that as an excuse to never, ever have to see him. And I hate that. That's the only thing I really hate about this fight. Whoever lost those two dudes, Davis and Stevenson, they're going to act like the guy didn't exist and never, when they both ducked them.
Well, it is funny, though, that there were Shakur Stevenson was hyping this dude up. Cruz, he was hyping Cruz up. Like, I think he's the only one that can give
Because
me
he beat
problems.
Keyshawn Davis' ass.
Exactly. Well, yeah, there you go. And by proxy, they're over.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Go ahead, man.
Did I throw you off?
No.
No, to Sober's point, because that's what happened with Teofimo, right? As soon as he lost, like they was all celebrating. Now you never had to mention them or talk about them, and they still do it to this day.
That's right. That's a great
Why
point.
fight Cruz now? Like Sober says, that's what their train of thought is. Like, well, there's no point in fighting Cruz now. Like he's in the past now. You know, he lost. But he didn't lose against these guys.
Cruz might actually. One of the reasons they don't want to fight Cruz, not necessarily, Cruz is not like a Beterbiev type guy who, oh shit, if I go in there against him, I'm going to be hurting the next day. No, it's because he does what they do. He moves around the ring. So they would have to go chase him. That's why, again, we're going to talk more about this next week. But what if Teofimo Lopez says, screw you, Shakur Stevenson, I'm making you come to me? That's why I don't understand why people like Roy Jones, like, well, if Teofimo Lopez fights coming forward and goes for it, like, why does he have to go for it? Like, what if he decides to run around the ring?
Something, right?
Can Shakur Stevenson catch up to him? Yeah.
It's ridiculous. By the way, I mean, and we can forget about Cruz against Keishon. Keishon Davis is at 140 now, right?
Yeah.
And that fight's not going to happen. And Cruz, I don't know. I don't think he can make 140, or she shouldn't be fighting 140.
He was jumping weight classes to avoid Andy Cruz.
Exactly, yeah.
Probably. Did he ever call Andy Cruz at lightweight?
Not that I know of.
Did he even call him out?
Not that I know of. All right, now we got to move on here. But one last thing. Well, we'll save that for another time. But some people were saying that, oh, you look at Muratalla's face. He was bruised. Andy Cruz wasn't. So therefore, Cruz won the fight. I'm thinking, come on. Like you can, So when you go on Twitter and you read certain comments, you can tell who hasn't been watching boxing for all that long, or who just doesn't really know how to score fights. The other thing in this fight, we had, I think this was the co-main, right? Or the fight before last. It was Khalil Ko. I think that's how you pronounce the guy's name. In the light heavyweight division, getting a majority decision win over Jesse Hart, another Philadelphian. And this was a weird fight because, well, let me just tell you what transpired there. Scorecard of 94-94 and one score of 95-93 and another of 96-92. So that was a majority decision for Coach, who moves up to 11 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 8 knockouts. Hart falls to 31-4 with 25 knockouts. Interestingly enough, I played you the clip, or we played you the clip in the last episode before the fight, where Ko was doing a lot of jawing. Then the next day, he weighs in 7.8 pounds over the weight limit. Jesse Hart says, all right, whatever, let's go. He still decides to go ahead with the fight. And then Ko goes on a show, and he starts saying, man, this dude don't want to fight me. This dude don't want to fight me. When I came in overweight, and they fined me, and he's acting indignant that they decided to fine him for coming in nearly 8 pounds overweight. And he goes, I went up to Jesse Hart and I said, yeah, bitch, you still have to see me. It's like, what the fuck? Like, as if Jesse Hart's the one that's trying to sabotage the fight. So Jesse Hart said that Khalil Ko was, in his opinion, Khalil Ko was trying to pull out of the fight. And that's the way it seemed like to me, because Ko, the people that bark a lot oftentimes are the most scared. He blows weight by that much. Then during the fight, he tries to body slam Jesse Hart. And so I was saying, you know what? This fucking Ko is a piece of shit. I don't want to see him win. Screw him. And then as each round passed, Jesse Hart throwing that sloppy 1-2, followed by a clinch. That was the main thing he did. If he wasn't running around the ring and he was throwing a sloppy 1-2 and then clinching. Well, he wasn't always a sloppy 1-2, but there were a lot of sloppy 1-2s, a lot of clinching. And I hate clinching so much that by the midpoint of the fight, I was actually starting to root for Ko, despite all his antics. And he ended up winning the fight. A lot of people felt that he shouldn't have won it because he got outlanded by 20-something punches or more. But guys, all that clinching, do you think it cost Jesse Hart a little bit there? A little bit?
Well, he did. He got penalized, right?
Yeah. And then, the referee, who looks like an ICE agent, by the way, if you listen to what he said, he penalized him, not for the clinching necessarily, but clinching's all right, he told him, but just don't hold on. It's like, what the fuck? When I grab onto somebody, like let's say I'm doing a pull-up, right? What do I have to do to the bar? I have to hold on to it, right? I have to hold on to the
what
bar.
part?
So if you look at the rules, it says clinching is illegal. Clinching doesn't mean clinching until the ref tells you to stop, and if you don't stop, that means that's illegal. No, clinching means, oh shit, I can't outfight this guy on this side, or I don't want to, or I'm tired, whatever. Let me clinch him and just nullify the whole game. That's against the rules. Because
clinching
it's
is clinching. There's no rule, a 3-second rule or anything like that. No, it's like clinching is illegal.
Until the referee tells you to stop. That's not how it works. But anyway, what do you guys think about this fight?
Garbage.
Shitty.
Unbearable.
Shitty.
I put on the UFC because it had less clinching.
Imagine that the MMA bout has less clinching.
I'm not even
than
kidding.
My
That's the
goodness.
crazy part is that actually does. Because in MMA, if a guy grabs you like that, you can put him in a guillotine. You can hit him, basically push his head down, hit him with a knee in the face. You can do all kinds of stuff. So there actually is less clinching in MMA many times.
Well, I tell you something. Khalil Cole ended up getting fined 30 grand for his transgressions. But if you ask me, it was money well earned. Because you know what? At this point, that's the way it seems like it's going to happen. If you're going to fight a clincher, or if one guy is allowed to clinch or cheat, in other words, the other guy has to game the system somehow as well, just like Garcia did to Haney. I don't have to like it, but that's Pandora's box being opened. These guys are just looking for ways to game the system, and I blame these heartless, spineless, gutless boxing fans who allow it.
Yes.
So at this point,
fan.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they're destroying. They've been destroying the sport for a long time. Like people, like I'm not even kidding. Like people, a lot of people might want to watch bare knuckles over boxing nowadays because of all this clinching. Like the shit is just so slow paced. Like one punch, if the guy lands or misses, he's grabbing, and that's
right.
like 90% of the fight. It's unwatchable. It's like
It really
I
is.
can't watch this.
It really is.
Like
I
Devin
watched one
Haney,
of
I
these
saw
bare knuckles. It was like more exciting than some of these boxing events. Man.
Yeah.
The whole card was great.
I've never turned off a boxing match till I started seeing fighters like Floyd and Haney, Shakur. Like I actually watched some of their fights and turned them off and watched something else. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch a movie or something. This is stupid.
And you know that's something which always
boxing is competing with all sorts of entertainment, right? You can go play a video game, you can go fucking watch Netflix, you can see what's on Paramount, whatever. And that's what boxing is competing. And if you have guys like Devin Haney that are fighting, I mean, that's not good for boxing. That's not helping boxing.
It's a great, excellent point right there.
Terrible.
That's an excellent
There's
point.
a reason why they there's a reason why they outlawed all that clinching. They're supposed to take points and DQ the guy. I've actually seen dudes get DQ'd in fights, but it's only when they don't want the guy to win.
Exactly.
They do it.
Yeah. And it's interesting because we're going to get to the TKO event, the inaugural TKO event that took place on Friday. People are up in arms on Twitter. They're fighting each other about whether they're going to be good for boxing, TKO, or is it going to be bad? How do we save boxing? That's always been something that I've been hearing for the past 30 years. Do we allow people to wear custom trunks? Because, TKO didn't allow that. And do we, do we go back to 15 rounds, blah, blah, blah? I tell you how we start. Enforce the goddamn rules. Because if you enforce the rules, you assure yourself that you get about as clean and as good a fight as possible. I'm not saying that enforcing the rules is going to turn this into an entertaining fight, but it's going to create a more even fight and therefore a potentially more aesthetically pleasing fight. But if you allow one guy to clinch and the other guy can't do anything to separate himself from that clinch, he can use his forearms or whatever, like Kenny Bayless prevented Benavidez from doing, then you get an uneven playing field and fans get frustrated. Again, who was entertained by Jake Paul running and clinching against Joshua? Who was entertained by all the clinching that Isaac Cruz and Lamont Roach were doing in their fights? Who was entertained by Jesse Hart's 1-2 clinch approach? I mean, can anybody really tell me that? Go ahead.
They made fun of Jake Paul for that. You know that? They made fun of him, but he was.
They don't make fun
like
of Haney though. Same people don't make fun of Haney.
Well, because Jake Paul, he's a clown, but that's what they think, right? And then, but Haney, he's serious. He's for real.
Because they're
his
racist.
clinches are smart. What was Malik Scott saying or calling it? Strategic clinching or
something like that. Yeah.
Some nonsense.
But he was talking about his butt cheeks.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happens at the
BDA. That's
at the Diddy parties. You use strategic clinching.
That's right.
BDA. A lot of that is Eddie Hearn. He sees a certain, he wanted to impregnate the American audience, and he sees a certain style, a certain demographic, a certain look, and he wants to promote that. Like I seen undercard. This is related to Khalil Cole and that style, the hugging style, but that Zyquil Moses or whatever.
That was
He was
his name.
terrible.
I actually thought he was. I mean, I didn't see that much clinching from him. But you know what though? That was against a relative punching bag. I guarantee you. Yeah.
A cab driver 3 times his size. But my point being is,
Yeah, exactly.
if you look at what Eddie Hearn, he has this idea in his mind, and that's what he likes, that style. He thinks that's gonna sell in the Americas. But if you look at what Zuffa's doing, they know they're trying to push the another style, the style that we like to see. We didn't, minimal clinching, attacking. They had a stat about attack and retreat. So that let me know what they're looking for. So the style that Eddie Hearn is looks like they're trying to phase out. But Eddie Hearn is stuck with that. He thinks, he wanted Montana love. That's what he likes, and he thinks that that's what's going to sell here in the
Demetrius
States with,
Andrade.
who he's trying to promote to.
Yeah, Demetrius Andrade, Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Tevin Farmer.
Well, he thought he was gonna penetrate the U.S. market with that shit. Remember that?
That's right. Yeah, he thinks
he thought he was gonna.
He thought he was going to be the corporate phallus that was going to take over and inhabitate the whole that is boxing, and he just can't do it, because not with that style. And no matter how much the American establishment pushes for these guys and allows them to clinch and back foot bitch it, a lot of these dudes, it's not going to work out. Now, the other thing I wanted to say was, first of all, shout out to
shout out to that, and then I want one last point on this.
Okay, shout out to Pugilizine for his contribution with the super chat. Shout out to Pugilizine, and he says. Hey, okay. Muratalla did a great job against Cruz and will be a tough fight for either Shakur or Teo. Okay, he's calling them by the first name, but I'll allow it because he's super chatting. I would also like to see him against Abdullah Mason. Oh, yeah, that's another one. Yeah, that's Muratalla versus Abdullah
unification.
Mason.
No, it would be unification fight.
Come on. Who cares about unification?
Never gonna happen.
Well, they're both with Top Rank though, Frank. So never say never.
They're gonna protect Mason. Trust me.
That's a great fight, man. You should really try and make that shit.
They should.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, maybe there's a plan. Mason against Muratalla. Hey, before we go to the Zuffa card.
I feel like that's a death sentence for Mason.
Hey, he likes to bang, man. So yeah, that would be a great fight. Mason.
Who doesn't like to bang?
He was doing it against with that against that
his chin is questionable. I think that guy's way.
Oh well, he got dropped by that little Nicaraguan around.
Yeah, so it was a guy. He was like balding.
He looked old and frail and shit.
What does that have to do with it? He's good enough.
I don't know. He just looked like he was getting chemo or something.
I'm not a racist.
He looked in terrible shape.
I'm not a racist. That's what's so insane about this.
Hey, by the way, BDA, I know we gotta move on to the Zuffa card, but I just want to say, because you were talking about the referees, how they need to do their job if we want to improve the sport of boxing, but also the judges need to do their work, and they need to stop rewarding these runners, right? So that way we can filter out the garbage, and we can improve the sport.
Yes. That's right. You're right. Listen, boxing, it didn't go away. People didn't lose interest in it because the fights were bad necessarily. At least not in the 90s. It went away because of premium cable, and so. The style is there. The formula is still the same as it was in the 1940s when boxing was one of the top 3 sports in the United States. It just a bunch of factors caused it to go away, but it wasn't necessarily because people lost interest in the product itself. It went away. It got hidden. Now, moving on to the last card, the fight that we got to cover here from this the zone card was Israel Madrimov makes his return since losing to Virgil Ortiz in February 2025. So he returned against an undefeated Dominican who had a thin record. There wasn't really all that experienced, and yet he was able to go the distance against Israel Madrimov. He had him. Madrimov was pushing his shots at some point, and they're really trying and laboring in the last couple of rounds to get this dude out of there. Apparently, he said before the fight that he was suffering from the effects of pneumonia from last year. I'm thinking, geez, Luis, does this guy have long COVID, if that even exists, or what's going on here? He ended up winning the fight, but he did not impress. He had a bruised face, a bruised neck. Some people are even saying a bruised taint, although I can't confirm that. Guys, what do you make of the fight? And is Israel Madrimov donezo for the moment?
He might be a little bit overhyped. It has a lot to do with that Crawford win that he had.
He's not looking good for Crawford. I'm telling you, it's not looking good for Crawford after Ortiz. Yeah. Ortiz beats Madrimov in a better fashion than Crawford. I mean, Crawford, I think it was a draw at least. So Ortiz does a better job than Crawford, and then now this fight.
And that's what people were saying on boxing.
And what I mean,
There was
pneumonia. You can cure pneumonia these days, or what? Like it's supposed to be like tuberculosis or fucking something. I mean,
well, there was an article about that. There was an article where it said that Madrimov went to the Himalayas, India, Germany, to get a cure. And I'm thinking, geez, Louise, what the fuck did he get? The Morbius disease or something?
To get a cure, what does he have? Lung cancer?
Exactly.
I
Yeah, he
mean,
became.
what the fuck is going all over the world?
My God.
He got cursed by a
on a
gypsy or
quest.
something. Speaking of gypsies, we got Gypsy Boxing dropping in. Oh, gypsy.
You ever saw the movie Thinner?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It's like that.
You guys hear me, or do I have to speak louder?
No. Don't speak louder, please. Don't speak louder. We hear you fine here.
Just scream a little bit.
Just screech a little bit, please, so we can hear you.
I do a war cry. I don't scream.
All right, there you go.
Scream. Yo,
we're talking about Madrimov here. Madrimov.
Yeah, Madrimov. Hey, listen, I'll tell you what, though. He certainly looked better against Ortiz. Even though he lost, he looked better against Ortiz than winning against this dude here. Again, he had been out of the ring for under a year, just a month under a year. So, listen, all he has to do is shake the rust off. But yeah, I mean, he needed a tune-up. You can't say the same thing about some of these other 154 pounders who want 2 tune-ups, even though they're natural 154 pounders. You know what I mean? So, we'll see what happens with him.
Yeah.
Now,
would you guys pick for Andy Cruz versus Muratalla?
I picked Muratalla, but it was close. I said it was gonna be a close fight. I said it was gonna be a close fight. So
I like it. It's catchy.
Muratalla.
Japanese or something.
Yeah, I was giving the edge to Cruz. And notice that I'm very careful about not saying I was edging it to Cruz. Because if you say edging it to Cruz, first of all, it's grammatically incorrect and it makes it sound as if you're gooning to images of Cruz, which I certainly don't do.
I think you would be saying I'm
shame,
edging,
bro. You
I'm
guys
edging.
missed out an opportunity. I picked Muratalla.
Wait, were you edging Cruz?
Hold on.
No,
Gypsy wants to take credit. He wants his flowers for picking Muratalla. Go ahead.
He wants to brag about. Okay, so you got it right?
I want flowers.
Go ahead, brag.
Send it to me.
Man, let me just fucking speak.
Hold on. Is he acting like he predicted this? He's acting like he called this?
Yeah. That's what
Look, hold on. He jumped in my VC after the fight, and he was like, "I told you guys about Muratalla."
No.
I told everybody about Muratalla. And he was like, he had this gay ass nickname that we've never heard him say.
Yeah.
I did.
He had this little pet name that he's never said on here, and he was trying to swear up and down BDA that he made this prediction like 3 months ago. And I'm like, bro, we never heard you. It's like I'm like, bro, we go to the same channels, bro. I never heard you say Muratalla until just right now. And he waited BDA till right after the fight, so he wasn't there watching it. And he says, I told you guys to put money on it. You should have listened to me. He's like, I told you should put money on it. Or I'm like, bro, how much did you put on it? He's like, I didn't bet on this fight, but you should have listened to me. It's like, bro. Shut your ass up.
Gypsy,
how was your prediction? How was your exact prediction? Told Sabrina the day before
Sabrina.
I told him.
The fuck is his name, man?
Look, Gypsy Queen.
Oh.
I've never ever heard you say Muratalla until literally right after the fight. He had a pet name for him. He already had a pet name for him.
My guy. But my name ain't Sabrina, that's for sure. Anyways.
All right.
So.
You look like Charlie Zelenoff, bro.
Zelenoff, bro. Like that's
you look like Charlie Zelenoff. Yeah.
All right, Gypsy, get to your prediction. What are you gonna say? Let's take the box.
I was gonna say that Muratalla is the real deal, and I picked him. I didn't
never used that nickname before.
Never heard.
Come on, man. It's kind of cringe.
Never heard him say that before.
No more.
Never heard him say that before. No one's ever said that.
It's not cute.
I like it.
It's a good name, bro. I mean, I said it the day before. I guess he's deaf.
No, you didn't.
All right, okay. Listen. We're gonna get Gypsy. We're gonna get stuck in the past. You said no. There's no evidence, but I believe you, right? But now give me your prediction for quickly because we gotta move on. Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. So it's on the record now. Everybody's listening. So.
Okay, according to Sabrina, I never even also made this prediction when I said Teo is going to beat Shakira. Shakira.
Okay, what about that prediction you had against Usyk and Fury? How'd that go?
Wait a minute.
Well, see the thing is the second fight. He got robbed,
Oh.
my guy. Whether you like to believe it or not, he got robbed. I'm
Second
so
fight was
sorry.
second fight was worse than the first.
Anyways, but you know what? The funny thing is, before the fight with Muratalla and Andy Cruz, I want to name something for Andy Cruz too, because that fool looks like a clown. Raymond actually looks like a real dude. I like that guy. But before I watched the Arthur and Bibble's second fight, and I was like, yeah, I scored this 116, 112, but I had my stream was on and off. Legal stream, that is not the legal stream.
Of course.
My paid stream. Anyways, when I watched the fight, bro, I actually scored it for Beterbiev, 7-5.
Oh shit.
7-5. So they robbed that fool too.
All right.
At least
All right.
Beterbiev won both of his fights.
That's like the thing on Alien that rips through the lady's the guy's stomach.
Usyk beat Fury the first time. I'm sorry, man. Beterbiev actually is. That's why that fool.
All right, we're
Your
going
mic
a
sounds
little
like shit, bro. Your mic sounds like shit, bro.
Gypsy. We gotta move on. Gypsy. We'll talk about that on another show here. We gotta talk about this Zuffa card. All right. Yeah, we're gonna write down your prediction and everybody else's prediction, so we don't get into this type of situation again. We're gonna write everything down again like we used to in the past. We're gonna write down write down the predictions.
Jeez Louise.
So nobody can say that.
See, that's what Gypsy does.
Sit down, bro. Like I don't even have a post. I can prove you guys. I said.
All right, I believe you.
But,
I'm
okay,
just saying, there's
Gypsy,
some people who don't.
Gypsy. This is what you need to do. You used to upload predictions on your channel. That's what you need to do. Put them on wax, as they say in the streets. Put that shit on wax, and that way it's on the record.
I don't like making videos anymore, bro. I get bored on that shit. That's why.
All right.
I just like to go on people's channels, go like, this is what I think is gonna happen, and that's it. And I went on his channel the day before, so he has no excuses.
You're saying Sabrina has no excuses? What you say?
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, no excuses. He doesn't even believe I put $400 down on Terrence Crawford. That's how much of a
big bucks.
in denial he's in, bro. Like it's whatever. It's Sabrina. It's
Sabrina,
your favorite witch.
Sabrina, don't just stare at it. Eat it. Anyway, that's.
Whoa.
Do you like Phil Collins?
Yeah,
Do you like Phil Collins?
American Psycho.
All right.
That camel toe. Anyways.
All right, we got to get to the next fight. It was the big event, the big TKO inaugural event. People were really looking forward to it. People were curious about how it was going to look, what was going to transpire. And the first two fights, there was a guy that looked like Fighter Spirit being trained by Freddie Roach. He was actually, that was an interesting fight. He ended up losing, but it was an interesting fight. And then the main attraction, Callum Walsh, undefeated Irishman, ends up fighting against the always tough Carlos Ocampo. And boy, oh boy, did they just shut the whole place down with how uneventful the fight was. Walsh ended up beating him by scores of 98-90. That's two cards of 98-90 and one of 97-91. Walsh improves to 16-0 with 11 knockouts, but he was dropped in the sixth round because it was like a freak knockdown where he just got caught on the flank on one of the lats and he ended up getting dropped. Still, a lot of people weren't really necessarily interested in the main event. They were interested in, like I said, how it was going to look. None of the fighters were allowed to wear custom trunks. One guy had to wear black trunks with green lettering. The other guy had to wear white trunks with the green lettering. And I'm telling you, man, I got a lot of tweets here of different opinions that what people were saying. But of course, I'm interested in your opinions. But first, let me just play a video here that I posted it on the Discord. But this is Max Kellerman. This is what, listen, all these people that are watching the Zone or TKO, whatever, Paramount Plus, and they want to be there, right? All these YouTubers, all these people on Twitter, they want to be there, standing in between Tessitore and Andre Ward, holding the microphone, looking at the camera with that fake smile. This is what some of these guys dream of. But the reason why Max Kellerman keeps going from job to job and landing on his feet is because of this. Check this out. Hold on a sec. All right, that's a little anticlimactic, but bear with me.
I've literally been waiting for this, for right now, my entire life, since I was a little kid. There's never been a major league of boxing. It just hasn't existed. Hey, you know what they should do in football? Million football leagues. You're talking about the NFL.
All right, so I'm going to cut it short there, but he said in the beginning, this is what I've been waiting for my whole life. And I don't want to play the video again too much here, but I just want to look at Tessitore's reaction. Let's see if I can slow it down. When Kellerman says that, look at Tessitore's face. it's a mix of confusion and disgust. Like, how do I react to this?
He's trying to process the information.
Look, silent but deadly. You don't know what.
Yeah,
Kellerman ripped one right as he was saying that. I've been waiting for this my whole life. It made a little sound.
I just realized Andrew Ward,
whiff of it.
For a light heavyweight, Andrew Ward has very small hands. I guess that's without the snack, he wouldn't really have made it up to a 175.
Nope,
but
not enough HGH.
Yeah, but what do you guys think about that? Max Kellerman, a lot of people were clowning him on Twitter for my whole life. I've been waiting for this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, listen, he wasn't just sucking. He was licking the balls, tickling them, and humming. This is how you get a job, and this is how you keep a job in boxing broadcasting.
Yep.
By doing that. Listen, all these people that want to be holding the mic on Paramount Plus or on DAZN or Amazon Prime, this is what you have to do. You don't get to speak your piece anymore or your opinion. Now they tell you what to say and how deep the cock has to go down your throat. I'm sorry to be so crude on a Sunday, but that's the way it is. Listen to it, this guy.
Yeah.
Let me replay it. Let me replay it.
This is a family show.
No. For this, for right now, my entire life.
My entire life.
This guy's talking about humming and all this. What the...
My entire life. What the fuck? And
wait, what was he waiting for? A league? A boxing league?
Yeah, a league. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it should be good. I think it's going to be a really good product because, the best product, because they're giving these guys not only performance bonuses, but like knockout bonuses. So they're going to be making some decent money. They're going to be bringing.
Yeah, that's okay. Let's rate the whole event. Well, I mean, A, B, C, D, or E. I mean, I think it was the main event was boring as fuck, but the fights were competitive. The undercard was competitive, and guys with like 10 record of 10 or 15 professional fights, but both of them were on the same level. As it wasn't like sometimes you see a guy with 10 professional fights that they're trying to push, and he's fighting a complete ass fucking bomb with a beer gut. No, we didn't see any of that shit. The fights were competitive, so I like that.
Well, that's the idea, is to like
right.
pair these guys fair, not try to build a product, because that's what we see on most boxing cards. It's just one outmatched guy versus another guy, and most boxing fans are not entertained by that. You know, you just see one guy blow out the other guy.
Right.
Oh, did he?
No, it's true. Yeah. Like he knocks him out in 2 rounds in the undercard. And you're like, okay, so this is a prospect. Oh, okay. He knocked out a bomb. Like a literal. And I'm not saying that a guy that's out of shape, who's in there with like 10 losses, 15 losses. This was competitive. And no, I liked it. I like the idea.
But the only time that becomes entertaining, because as boxing. Oh, whoa.
Sorry, I was playing the Kellerman intro again to TKO. Go ahead. Sorry, my apologies.
But that's pathetic, though.
I mean, most of that just snuck up on me. Damn. Is that from the Diddy party?
Yeah, that's apparently, man. Yeah. This is what
the only time we what? What'd you say?
Is that Lopito Gonzalez's dog?
No.
No,
but in all seriousness, if because again it's a Sunday show. In all seriousness, like Butch was saying, okay, how would you rate it? The production was top notch, that's for sure. It was better than Pro Box. Although the fights themselves, the fact that Pro Box is probably doing this on a fraction of the budget of TKO, and they still managed to give us very good fights at bargain prices, speaks volumes about how you need good matchmakers and people that know boxing. Dana White, for all his talk about, I started out in boxing. Listen, just because you were selling creatine and watered down creatine and whatever else, allegedly, by the way, to boxers in certain gyms over there in Massachusetts doesn't make you a boxing expert. And by the way, if I may be serious for 2 seconds here, there was that conversation that popped up 2 months ago, I think it was, when they announced that this was going to be happening, and Dana White there was a video there of Dana White talking to Kellerman, the interview, in other words, for the job. And I want to replay the audio that we played before, just to refresh people's memory of what's going on over there.
Oh yeah, take it up the ass. Take it up the ass.
Wait, is that Oscar?
I mean, come on. I don't know if that's a professional way to do an interview, conduct an interview. But then again, what do I know? I've been out of that type of game for a long time here. But yeah, what do you?
Was that Max Kellerman at the meeting?
I mean,
I
that
heard
alleged.
utensils over there.
I mean, no, that's a Golden Boy. That's a Golden Boy. But what did you? Yeah, who else? Anyone else? What do you guys think of the event? The
sans the names, sans the Dana White and Max Kellerman, it was mediocre, forgettable at best. I mean, I forgot about it already. I mean, the only decent fight I remember is the hammer hands. What was it? Rodriguez and Sandoval.
Yeah,
that was okay, but you could tell Sandoval was way out of his weight class, and they have these only 8 weight classes, and there was a lot of guys that looked like they didn't belong at that weight class, and even the Misael Rodriguez, the co-main, ended badly. The guy said he couldn't see, and yeah, he had an undefeated record, but you could tell he didn't fight anybody. I fell asleep in the main. So if it didn't have Dana White and Max Kellerman, would anybody care? I mean, I forgot about it already.
Interesting.
Good point.
Well, I mean,
It's the first event.
You know what?
Yeah,
Dana White, did you hear what he said at the end of the show?
no.
When they interviewed him, he said they're going to be getting all the top talent. That's what he said. That's what they're actively trying to do is snatch up all these guys. They're basically trying to create the UFC model again. And so they're going to get all these big fighters in contracts, and they're going to try to gobble up all the talent, all the young talent that's coming in. That's their goal. So this might take a little while for them. Well, obviously to snatch up the next generation, but I predict they're going to start getting a lot of these guys under contract, like guys like Ryan Garcia, Haney, all of them. They're going to get them under that roof. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
You know, can I? Hey, how you going, fellas?
What's up, Carl?
Yo, what's up?
Look, the card was definitely a fucking a snoozer, the first Zuffa card. But if we compare it to the one fucking DAZN put on, like, what was that fucking shit? Like,
and DAZN?
Let's just keep it a buck here. Like, that DAZN card was fucking hard.
Most of them are trash, right?
The co-main was fucking terrible. That Khalil Co, like, let's just. How long have Matchroom been doing this shit for? A hell of a lot longer than Zuffa. Man, that card was fucking atrocious. Absolutely fucking hard.
Yeah, other than the main event, everything else was mid to middling.
Yeah.
And that's interesting thing though, because like Frank said though, like they had Max Kellerman. First, by the way, Max Kellerman also compared Callum Walsh to Rory Jones, and even brought it up to him at the post fight. He's like, "Hey man, I see a little Roy Jones in you." And then Callum Walsh said, "Well, actually, I'm more Calzaghe." And Kellerman just stood there with that little smirk on his face. Again, I want to remind people, allegedly,
he turned red.
This is according to Jimmy, the reason why Kellerman keeps landing from network to network, and he has been doing so since the late 90s, is because he's got a top Hollywood agent. And who's part of this Zuffa Boxing, TKO, whatever thing? Ari Emanuel, or whatever the guy's name is, the guy that they based Ari Gold off of on Entourage. That's the guy, top Hollywood guy. So you can obviously see the Hollywood connections right there from Max Kellerman. So again, people that think that they can just get to his position, but the other thing is, people were criticizing him for bringing up boxing fights from the 90s to make comparisons in this one. Like, instead of actually talking about what was going on in the ring, he goes, this reminds me when, what's his name? Michael, second to none, was fighting James Storm. He goes into his soliloquy about what happened now, but fucker, can you just call what you're seeing in front of you now as opposed to 35 years ago? And, Dana White did end up saying he wasn't really happy with the overall event, but he did say that he was happy with Max Kellerman. In fact, this is what he told Kellerman.
Oh, you gonna put the nuts in your mouth too? That's double bonus money.
Oh, that's when he heard Kellerman really waxing poetically.
BDA, I don't know if you take this as a compliment, but I've never heard this on any boxing show. So take it how you will.
Well, I'm not going to take it like Max Kellerman did, if that's what you're referring to. But yes, go ahead, Bucho. What are you going to
say? Whose idea was it to have Kellerman and Andre Ward there? I know you're talking about the Hollywood agent and all that nonsense, but why these two guys? Why? They're terrible.
Well, that's Shakur's buddy. That's Crawford's buddy. Those guys they're always favorable to a lot of they're always favorable to a lot of American fighters, usually the slicksters.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe they want to entice those guys coming in. I don't understand. I think he's just a mouthpiece. That's really what it is. He's gonna say whatever they want him to say.
Well, there was something I was gonna mention. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Why no Malignaggi? Get Malignaggi in there, right?
Well, just because you're talking about Kellerman, and it wasn't too long ago that everybody was glazing him for his Netflix performance. What did we just witness? We know, but now he's getting the criticism. So it just goes to show, man, people pick and choose when they want to hype these guys.
Well, if I may say something about that. Well, let me just read somebody rejoined the membership program here real quick. Remind me to talk about Kellerman again. I don't want to step away from that just yet. But shout out to Rafael Garza for reestablishing his membership program. Shout out to him. He says Dana White versus Oscar De La Hoya, 15 rounds, 6-ounce gloves. Oscar De La Hoya is not allowed to train, and Dana gets 3 months of training and conditioning. Winner takes all. Well, I tell you what, though, Dana White, I've seen how he strikes. I saw that video with him and his wife. I think he needs to work on his striking. I think he's got too much muscle mass. I bet you he's got no cardio. And even this version, this alky version of De La Hoya with the robes and the fucking thongs and all that, I still think he beats up Dana White. So shout out to Rafael Garza for reestablishing his membership program. But
Dana's
I would
juiced,
like to see
man.
that.
He's juiced.
Was that?
He's juiced, Dana.
Oh, yeah, he's juiced. Absolutely. I mean,
He's on a lot of stuff.
now that he's with Ari Emanuel, I guess you could say he's, well, I'm not even going to go there. But look, the thing I wanted to say about this is Max Kellerman, he was
I think
catching.
he's off the juice.
What was it?
I think he's off the juice side.
Okay.
Dana White is off the juice now. He's looking more scrawny. His neck is not as wide as he once was.
Well, there you go.
He's off the juice. Yeah, he's off the curve.
Gypsy's been keeping tabs on Dana White's physicality or physical
There's a doctor
stature.
group over here telling you that, he's lost some curve.
Yeah,
But what I wanted to say about Kellerman and Andre Ward is, first of all, Andre Ward, they probably picked him because he had prior experience working as a commentator for HBO and ESPN, but also because he does relatively good numbers on his YouTube channel. But let's keep something in mind here. A little thing many might not know is people look at his channel, they go, wow, he's got a lot of subscribers. Yeah, because that used to be Showtime Boxing's YouTube channel. I don't know if they've erased some of the videos, but if you actually go to oldest, if you filter by oldest his videos, you're going to see a lot of Showtime All Access videos there. That's what they did. I don't know who did it for him. I don't know if it was James Prince or whatever, but they appropriate, just like the Turkey Al-Sheikh bought Michael Benson's Twitter account or took over. I remember for a certain sum of money, allegedly.
Yeah.
The same thing that he did. So when people look at his subscribers and his numbers, just know that he inherited, in quotation marks, that channel from the Showtime Boxing channel. So it's not even, he didn't build it up off the ground or whatever. That's just it. And yeah, like Max Kellerman, at least Andrew Ward can analyze a fight. He can look at it. Max Kellerman doesn't bring anything to the table other than the mystique that at
This
one
reminds
point,
me of. This
Exactly,
reminds
this
me
reminds-
of.
Remember when? Remember when?
Damn,
That's all he
BDA with the investigative journalism.
He brings the story of the fight. That's what he brings. That's what
Oh
killed
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Oh, and by the way, apparently people, because I didn't watch the prelims, but he kept, I think 3 or 4 times he was really gnawing on Andrew Ward's knob there about how you were a sharpshooter, Dre. You were a sharpshooter, Dre. It's like Dre. He keeps calling him Dre. It's like, oh man, like what is this?
You're mine now, so I'll let you go. You are mine. You are my meat. You're my possession.
I mean, I don't know.
I can't stand. I can't stand.
Forget that night. It started.
Oh
off
no, but
as,
it's
him
it's
spotting
only
him.
night. I don't know. You're talking about the Kovalev fight. They actually also mentioned it, I believe. Like they're never gonna let that fucking go.
Oh well, did you see that Andrew
the
Ward?
robbery, the low blows. I mean,
Andrew
oh,
Ward
man.
is getting bored now because he released the book and his autobiography. I think it didn't do all that well, so that's why he's been trying to get out there more. Now he's revisiting his fights and he's trying to say that he didn't think that he lost the Kovalev fight, the first one. I was confident.
Can you play the video? Can you play the video? I think
I don't have it here, man. I have to connect. Anyway,
Max, this really reminds me of my page 15 of my new book. He just keeps going. Why do you keep bringing?
Yeah. That's.
There's a great part in this book that was written by about me. It just came out. It's in stores right now.
Oh shit.
King Arthur in the chat says Ward can analyze clinching and hitting. Yeah, he can certainly do that. Elbowing, headbutting,
yes,
punching below the waist, low blows. He can do all of that for sure. State of the game. State of the art, rather. State of the art.
I like the way he throws that groin shot.
And by the way, people don't give enough credit for his Irish.
The
That's
look on my face was because I'm shocked that I won. Y'all don't know Andre Ward too well. You just don't. I beat Sergey Kovalev by.
Do you guys can hear that shit?
Yeah, we can hear it. We can hear it.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't. I thought it was playing. Okay.
I went in the 12th round, championship round. That's the reason why I won this fight 114, 113 on all scorecard. But I also want to address something that a lot of people ran with after the fight. Of course, I don't know what the scorecards are. I know I got knocked down. I know it's a close fight. And contrary to popular belief, boxing hasn't really
It wasn't close.
Yeah, exactly.
Really given me any favors. I feel like respect to popular belief.
It was like 8-4 plus the knockdown Kovalev.
Exactly.
The second fight was also a giant robbery.
And that was the second fight. Pummeled him in a nutsack.
Ward was losing almost all the rounds. And here comes the low blows.
Except for maybe one round, he wasn't losing. He lost every single round. The second fight, he lost every single round. Then resorted to hitting him in the nuts after he caught him with a decent shot.
Well, he caught him with the right hand because of the nut shots. That's what set up the right hand.
Of course.
All right. I want to get through this.
Listening.
I want to get through this because I'm tired of
his junk.
All right.
Knocked down. I know it's a close fight. And contrary to popular belief, boxing hasn't really given me any favors. I feel like respect is
Oh my god. Oh my god.
My thing in boxing from my peers, and that's meant the most to me and fans across the world. Like if Andre Ward has got nothing else out of boxing, it's respect. People,
oh my god,
for the most
person.
I got you on the.
I feel like I'm listening to like one of those police
but I haven't been
videos
given
where they pull people over. I've been watching a lot of videos with the police when they pull people over.
Oh yeah,
They act just like this. Very entitled.
I get no favors. I don't expect to be given anything in this situation right now. In fact, I'm leaning toward, man, I probably gave him a reason to get me. I shouldn't have got knocked down. That's on me. Even Max Kellerman asked me this after the fight. Man, you look surprised after the fight.
You seemed surprised to me when you got the decision, were you?
Buddy.
No, I don't know where you got that from, Max. No disrespect. Let me break this down for y'all.
But wait a minute. Pause that. He just said that he did feel that way. And in the ring, he lied and said, no, I wasn't surprised.
You're right.
Well, looks like Max was letting the quiet part out loud. Yep. He thought he lost. Max thought he lost.
What an asshole. I don't even remember him saying that and asking him that. Like, what the hell? So even Kellerman, his boyfriend.
Even Kellerman
wannabe boyfriend, right?
For Rock Nation, he got wind of the scorecard. He told Verge what the scorecard was. And before the decision was announced, Verge said, we got the fight by 1 round. We won it by 1 round on all. We got the fight by 1 round. Yeah. The decision is announced. I jump on the ropes. I'm happy.
Can do this.
Can I not celebrate a hard-earned victory? Can I not celebrate winning the biggest fight of my career? Can I not look happy that I got off the canvas and did what I was always trained to do?
He's crying now. He's crying. Listen.
That guy.
I mean,
they're playing that dramatic, like sports drama music, like a Disney movie.
Well, I mean, he got up. Of course, he got up. He got up and then he got out boxed. He got out. Not only he got out jabbed. He's supposed to be the gold medalist. And then he's like, I know, I went down. It's true, but after that, I did what I was supposed to do. Like, no, you didn't. Like, that's why people thought it was a robbery. A lot of people thought it was a robbery. The majority of people thought it was a robbery.
But you see,
so you
see
understand why they're calling your bullshit, man.
Exactly. And you see that victim mentality. Like, I don't expect. No, I've never had any favors. In the rematch, you got a big old favor. 2 of them actually. 2 big favors right in the
the Super 6 tournament. Favors. He only fought in Oakland in the Super 6 tournament. That's not a favor. Everybody else had to travel around the fucking world.
Well, technically, the final.
And this guy's fucking headbutting Saki Obika. He's fucking holding to clinching nonstop Froch. And
he ruined Kessler's career. He ruined Kessler's career.
Kessler, man.
Yeah. And by the way,
the referee's not doing anything, and this guy's like, "Oh no, they never gave me. I never."
I do have to correct you, though. I do have to correct you. Hold on, fellas. I have to correct you, though, Bucho. Yeah. He did. Most of the fights in the Super 6 were in the state of California, but the final, he stepped out of his comfort zone and he went to New Jersey for that one.
He traveled around the world.
That's really far.
White man's bird, my man.
I don't think he was surprised. I think he acted like he was surprised because it's part of the whole gig. But he was definitely not surprised because it was already in the books that he was going to win as long as he made it to the final bell. Like that. That's how that dude is, man. That guy is a piece of shit at the end of the day.
Well,
we don't need to go with that type
the
of language.
ghost of Kovalev is taking over, so it doesn't matter.
Sorry.
That's what Turkey
that
is.
kind of a person.
It's a Kovalev curse. It's getting back its pound of flesh. Guys like Ward in the future aren't going to make. They're not going to make shit.
Well, I mean, nobody bought his book apparently. I mean, nobody cares. So this is it.
Well, I gotta tell you,
nobody's rewatching Floyd fights. I'm telling you,
no one cares about that guy. Who cares?
Nobody
about
cares
Andre Ward?
because he was boring a lot and dirty on top of that, right? But nobody
boring.
remembers these boring ass fighters. It's just a fact.
I don't know.
Sure, I mean,
TV thought I look like him, man. I don't look like Andre Ward, bro. I mean, maybe if I was a little bit darker.
Oh, damn, you look just like him.
Dude, I mean, a son of God, bro. Son of God.
Yeah, son of
And
God.
by the way,
I wasn't.
the thing is, Andre Ward, let's not forget, some people, I already know there's going to be a small minority out there, emphasis on the minority. They're going to say, oh, you're just hating on Ward. You're just hating on Ward. And they're going to make it racial. Yeah. Let's not forget, he doesn't get enough credit. I think that roughness and that the ruggedness of win by any means necessary, I think it comes from the Irish side. Look at his father here. Hold on. Don't forget, the Irish were excellent bare knuckle boxers. They developed a lot of the dirty techniques that are still prevalent in certain boxing bouts, even under the Marquis of Queensberry rules. Look at it.
Wait, is that Mickey Rourke?
That's Mickey Ward. That's Mickey Ward. No, that's his pops.
It looks like Mickey Rourke, the actor.
Mickey O'Rourke.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke.
Mickey O'Rourke.
O'Rourke.
I can smell the.
Was he ever number one pound for pound at this time? Do you guys remember if he was ever the number one pound for pound?
I think so. I think maybe for a while. I'd have to check my Ring magazines here, but I think maybe after he beat Kovalev the second time, I think they might have put him up number one. I forget. But again, his Irish side.
I want to say he was.
People don't give his Irish side enough credit. People make a racial between him and he never fought Golovkin. He never fought Golovkin because don't forget, you're not giving his Irish side enough credit. Look at that. His pops doesn't exactly look like he came out of the Jeffersons sitcom now, does he? So give that side a little bit
Ward, right?
Irish Andre. Yeah, there you go, Irish Andre Ward. Shout out to Irish Andre Ward.
That's true. But they don't give Ali's Irish side
Gypsy.
credit either. Muhammad Ali was Irish.
Gypsy says that's Thunderdome boxing. He doesn't look anything like Thunderdome.
He doesn't look anything like that.
Doesn't look like Thunderdome, man. Shout out to Thunderdome. But yeah,
we got sidetracked here by Andre Ward.
I swear to God, if Thunderdome is balding, he looks just like him. It's
all
crazy.
right, that's enough.
He doesn't look anything like him. He doesn't look anything.
No, truly like guy, but like, I mean, if he was retarded, he probably looked like him.
Now I wanna play something here. Moving on, like I said, we're not gonna delve too much into the Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson fight that's gonna be taking place next Saturday. It is gonna be a jam-packed Saturday. I suspect that the Taqueria, or as we call it now, Soul versus Palace, is gonna be jam-packed with all those fights. Again,
the Sober's Temple, like the Versace Temple.
The Versace, Mr. Versace. But if you're gonna go to La Taqueria, go there early. Otherwise, there's no guarantees that you're gonna be able to get in. All right. Now, the thing that I wanted to mention though is we talked about Shakur Stevenson saying he didn't like the rehydration clauses, blah blah blah. Now that he wants to fight Devin Haney, recently he said, "Oh yeah, I will only take that fight if there's a rehydration clause." So again, now in this clip,
man, that's a great impersonation.
And I don't even practice it, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't even practice it.
Urban accent needs a little more refining.
Nah, I liked it. It sounded close.
That's just extra talent that I have. I don't even work on it. I don't know nothing.
He's really hard to impersonate. Really is.
I'm telling you. Every once in a while, I can get it. But check out what he had to say about. Hold on a second. Yeah, check out what he had to say again about the size. This dude is all over the place when it comes to size. Check this out.
We know that.
Truly, like my walk, I came from 126. I don't know how people don't realize this. Like, I'm naturally little. I'm naturally. There's a billion lightweights in the world that's way bigger than me. That's
which ones, man?
A billion.
Wait, what is he saying? This is a complete lie.
Wow. It is.
That's way bigger than me. That's facts, and I'm fighting at 135 pounds. So it's like
bigger than Terrence Crawford.
Crawford
went all the way to 168. You ever seen him standing next to Crawford? He makes Crawford look small.
He's contradicting weirdo faggot gap tooth motherfucker be talking about Conor Benn is smaller. Conor Benn is apparently smaller than he is, but he's the small guy at 135. I mean, this is the most, dumbest guy I've ever fucking seen. I mean, his lies are so bad. I mean, damn, bro.
Yeah, just stay quiet, man.
It's so bad. It's horrible. And this is why I'm telling you, this fool is the biggest hype job in boxing. He's going to get beat up by Theo. The biggest one. He really is. He's the biggest hype job in boxing.
Well, there you go. He's making a prediction right off the bat.
Predictions on the record now. Everybody listening. This is what
All right.
predict.
I've been saying it for months already. I mean, it's been going on for how long? It's been announced for quite a bit.
It's been public
right?
knowledge for a long time. Yes, you're right.
And then Andy Cruz, I've been saying it for Muratalla has been saying it for a few months, but then again, that fight was not fucking that popular. Nobody was talking about.
By the way,
Raymond
if I may
versus-
say something, I forgot to mention something with all these nicknames. This community has a penchant to manipulate, distort, and downright bastardize people's names, boxers' names. You know, we've heard Amok is the king of that. Like when he calls Turkey al-Sheikh Turkey Ali shit, and that's just scratching the surface of his disrespect. Somebody in the chat, I think it was Bogdan Dinu.
I said that Turkey Ali shit.
Ah, come on, don't say that. Bogdan
I think
Dinu
it was
in the
Canelo
Discord.
actually that coined Turkey Ali shit.
No, he did.
Turkey Ali shit. He did it unintentionally. He said Turkey Ali shit.
Turkey, I took
I
a
said
shit.
it on my
Yeah.
streams. I thought it was really funny. Yeah, Turkey Ali shit.
I don't want to talk about that, buddy.
But
I don't want to talk about that.
Buddy.
But I wanted to say that Bogdan Dino in the chat yesterday called Jesse Hart, who lost the fight yesterday at 175 pounds. He called him Jesse Shart, the 175 pounds Brownstein. And I said, come on, see, I mean, the disrespect that this, I usually say that I'm fan first, right? Boxing fans come first, not the fighters. But I also say, come on, that type of disrespect. It is funny, though, that the way these nicknames are so childish that they make me laugh because they're so absurd. But at the same time, I got to put my foot down. I got to be Big Steppa and said, no such disrespect allowed for the fighters. All right? I've had enough of it. Now, speaking of disrespect, check this out. Keyshawn Davis, Richardson Hitchens, or as I call him, Christopher Hitchens, was on a podcast. I don't know which one it is. I guess we're about to see. Check out what he had to say about the Keyshawn, or the Key and Kerr relationship. He's actually digging into this a little deeper than most people. Check this out.
Keyshawn
Hold on. I'll just play you the audio, all right?
respects Shakur more than Shakur.
All right, hold on.
Keyshawn respects Shakur more than Shakur respects him. I feel like Keyshawn is more little bro. Like it's more like I respect like Mr. Miyagi. Like it's like I respect him. And Shakur has more empathy and sympathy. Like this is my little brother, this is my little man. I helped groom him.
Right.
I helped raise this kid. And I don't want to fight him. I have like a personal relationship with him. But I feel like Shakur has that dog mentality.
He's got that dog.
He's gonna if the fight was supposed to present itself and Keyshawn was like he's with it or like Keyshawn even said fuck it Shakur wouldn't be like you're my brother, I don't think we should fight. Like Shakur would take it.
Tone right there.
Yeah, Shakur, that's because he's a competitor. I know Shakur personally. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I feel like it's just more Keyshawn kind of established that and was like, you're my brother, I don't want to fight you. But it's more homage and respect. And
Shakur has Keyshawn washing cars and shit.
He's grooming him.
Like Mr. Miyagi and Karate Kid. I mean, what the fuck is he talking about?
Did you guys see Keyshawn being all excited because Andy Cruz lost? It was like, man, he was super excited in the corner. He was all fucking jolly and shit, man. It was fucking hilarious. There was video of him just celebrating. It's like,
yeah, we played it. We played it. Yeah, it's pathetic. Man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
pathetic.
I don't understand what the deal is, but yeah. So what Richardson Hitchens is saying that Shakur Stevenson doesn't respect Keyshawn Davis as much as Keyshawn Davis respects him, and we played you that clip in the last episode, I believe, where Keyshawn Davis saying, everyone knows that me and Shakur, we ain't never gonna fight. It's like, what the fuck? Nobody asked you about that. He just brought it out of nowhere. Remember, guys, we ain't never gonna fight. And then he said, because Shakur, he just has so much wisdom. I think he said he's got all the wisdom. Oh, really? He's got all of it. He didn't just leave out a little bit for the rest of us. No. He took all of it. He's got all the wisdom. That's why he's getting into fights outside the 7-Eleven, at the car wash. That's why he's always trash talking. He missed weight against Conceição, hit him in the balls. talking about I'm going to put belt to ass for 40 times in a row and not delivering. I mean, come on. That's all the wisdom in the world.
Yeah.
What's the disrespect again then? How is Shakur? I don't get it. I still don't get it.
I don't get it either. I don't know what's going on here. I'm done trying to figure it out.
I think these boys both together are gonna lose. Like Jermaine Ortiz is gonna beat fucking Keyshawn because of how he's thinking, like how his mind is pretty weak, man. Like, Jermaine Ortiz ain't nothing special neither. But I mean, Jermaine Ortiz, I think will have enough. He's coming in with more vigor to beat this dude than what I'm seeing from Davis. And it's possible that Jermaine Ortiz will beat him, and on top of that, Tio will beat him. Both boys are gonna go down in the same night. It's possible. It looks very, very, very probable. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens.
You're picking fights.
Both are gonna lose.
You're picking fights based off of, well, this could happen because it looks good or sounds good, as opposed to actually looking at the reality of it.
No. Tio is the style. Tio is the style. But this, I know the style that Jermaine brings because of with Lomachenko and the style that he's gonna try to switch angles and stuff of that nature. And the Keyshawn, it's gonna be a difficult fight, but I think Keyshawn's because I'm banking on Keyshawn's dog, as they say, puppy, to come out and fight. But if he's like this kind of weak, when's the last time he had an opposition at this level? And I don't think he did. And Jermaine might pull it off, man. It's not too much out of the woodwork.
I'm a dog. Think about it. I'm a dog.
That's right.
Gotta talk about that dog. Yeah, you should have just said he's got more dog, therefore I'm picking him. But look, at the end of the day, who knows what's going to happen with this fight? I'm looking forward to the card next week. And I got to tell you, some people are talking about that, already anticipating about how is the fight going to transpire between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. Is Shakur Stevenson going to fight the way he did against Cepeda and not dart around the ring and leap at every feint like he did against Edwin de los Santos or against Nakatila? Now, the Adams Boxing Show on Twitter, they put out this interesting tweet that got a lot of good responses, if I may say so myself. He, or I don't know if it's both guys who are tweeting, but said, I have some serious questions. If a fighter decides to run from the other fighter without trying to throw many punches, is it on the other fighter to cut the ring off to make the fight better? Or does that fighter have a choice to say, I'm not going to chase you? Or both? I see heavy criticism both ways, especially for the... Okay, so he's asking what we've been talking about for a while now, which is, let's say you got fighter A running around the ring. I'm talking moving nonstop for close to 25 to 30 seconds at a clip, then throwing one little tap and either clinching or continue to move away. What if the other fighter decides, you know what, I'm going to move away from you as well, so that essentially you got two guys turning and running away from each other in opposite sides or in opposite directions, and nothing happens? At what point, who is in the right? Because the referee can't warn fighter B for, hey, you got to stop running and go after him. Why? The other guy's running too. Fighter B is only doing what fighter A was doing. So either the referee enforces the rules, which says that both guys have to fight, no avoidance of combat, no stalling, or we just let the shit show transpire and unfold. So that's the point, the question rather, that he was asking. And I saw a lot of people saying, hey man, yeah, we got to do something about this running and this constantly moving for 30 seconds at a clip without throwing a single shot. So I was very happy about that, those answers.
You got to learn how to cut the ring. You gotta learn how to cut the ring. This is what happens when somebody's running, the other guy's chasing him. Well, the other guy should learn how to cut the ring off. Like, what? No, the other guy should actually fight. It's a boxing fight. The guy that's running is supposed to be the one that's being criticized, not the other guy. He's just chasing the fight. This is a problem with boxing. This is what we were talking about earlier.
We saw what happened between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. We saw Jake Paul, a basic boxing novice, running around the ring, clinching, and Joshua couldn't get to him. This is an Olympic gold medalist, seasoned heavyweight.
Because it's easy. Running is easy. Anybody
can run.
Anybody can run. That's why when you have the forward, the ring general coming forward, and he's pushing the other guy, the guy who's running, when the ring general comes forward, that guy just runs that much faster. Part of the ring generalship is pushing the pace. And so you're now making him work more, right, with his running. So he's losing. They're also, ring generalship has a lot to do with also taking the center of the ring. So if you're outside and you're running and your back's almost touching the ropes the whole fight, you're losing. But they've now changed the rules of boxing. So, what can you do? People now think running is ring generalship. And they give the benefit to the runner, which is not the way the sport was built.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right, man.
So I blame Ali for that, really.
I was supposed to say Ali. Ali, yeah, he started the whole thing. Oh, look at his butterfly. Moves like a butterfly and stings like a bee. Yeah.
He's stuck on the ropes. Oh,
well, yeah,
he wants to do this.
It's hit and not get hit.
Yeah, George Foreman's like blam, blam, and beating the shit out of him. Ali is winning. Look,
as I'm sitting in my hookah lounge right now, I am telling you guys that Jake Paul's fight was more of an entertaining fight. And more of a, something that, it's more like it was actually punches more landed, not less running than there was with Dos Santos and Shakur Stevenson. Because Shakur was fucking running. Like straight up running.
I got you on the ropes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Serena. Anyways, so, that
wasn't even a source.
That's a fact, bro. I mean, Jake got his ass broken up because that's the end of the game. Because I mean, you can't fight that dude. He's just too big for him. He's too, and he just has enough skills to knock his ass out too. Because if he was shying a little bit in that skill set, Anthony Joshua, it would have been an even more embarrassing night for him. 6 rounds, bro. Come on, bro. 6 rounds.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Now you sound like Pigeon. You start sounding like Pigeon. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh.
Showbiz the adult. I'm trying to copy him. I got my eyes bulged up and everything.
Well, why not?
Wow.
To that what you were speaking of, like I said in Zuffa, they've brought in that new stat. I'm surprised nobody's been talking about it or mentioned it. The retreat. Did you guys the attack and retreat meter or
you mentioned that, yeah.
So, we're gonna start seeing that more. People are if Zuffa, has its way and they start giving us entertaining fights with those. I think it was retreat and attack, and there was aggression. They had an aggression stat meter. I don't know how you measure that, but it looks like we're going that way. We're gonna start seeing fight fans have to adjust. Now, I don't know if that's gonna mean that the commentators and judges acknowledge it, but I think we're gonna start seeing that more.
Well, remember that ESPN in 2022, it wasn't that long ago, when they had Devin Haney versus Kambosos, and then all of a sudden they put up a clinch, what do you call it? Clinch stat. They put the clinch stat.
They did.
And
clinch.
Yeah, CompuClinch. And some Haney fans were like, hey, man, why would you do that to your own fighter? And blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, well, you're not thinking about the fans either. We got to stand watching this dude jab and clinch or dip below the waist and then clinch. We gotta endure that now. So I don't understand why people were protecting Haney. He was the one clinching. It's against the rules. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention here is, I think it's next week. Yeah, it's next Saturday. Muratalla. Hey, by the way, yes, someone's got echo there. Is it Fu?
I think so. It's very.
Fu, I think
low,
you got earphones or you got speakers on.
I have my headphones on.
I think the volume may be way too loud, and I can actually hear myself from the speakers.
What about now? Can you hear it?
Let me see. Hello. No, I can't hear it anymore. All right, I think we're good.
Maybe it's going. My fucking headphones are so damn loud that it's going to the speaker.
You got some quality headphones. I'll say that. But remember, it's not about the volume; it's how you use it.
You're definitely.
My hearing is messed up.
TV can read people's minds.
All right, is there echo now still?
No, I don't hear echo.
No.
I hear Gypsy, who kind of sounds like you a little bit. He was talking at the same time as you, so yeah, I guess that counts as echo a little bit. A little bit. Now, I wanted to say, Muratalla returns next Saturday. He's taking on Josh Kelly, and I've already seen people saying we might be seeing an upset in the near future with that one. Yep, some people are saying Josh Kelly has the stuff, the moxie, the sauce, as they like to say over the PBC, to pull off an upset. Now, I'll say this. What's that?
Josh Kelly.
British champion now.
He's doing this. Josh Kelly. They really speak with their throat over there.
Kelly.
Wait, why do you sound like
really
Paul
love
McCartney
him.
when you say that? I'm rooting for Josh Kelly.
That's kind of the way they say, right? They're really excited to say his name.
I was part of the Beatles. But Muratalla is coming up next against Josh Kelly. And this is whatchamacallit, Eddie Hearn, who promotes Jaron Ennis, had to say about the long-anticipated Virgil Ortiz fight. He said, the deal has been discussed for the last 3 months. Obviously, we've seen the disagreement and fallout between Golden Boy and Virgil Ortiz. That's for them to sort out. We just want to make the fight. Sometimes when it blows up like that, the fight gets made. Sometimes it just falls apart. Sounds like a song from the 1990s, by the way. But what do you guys think? Anyone is still expecting or hoping that fight gets made? Or is it pretty much a given that this fight is not going to be happening in the near future?
It's not gonna fight not right away. I think they're gonna fight somebody else, and then they're gonna fight each other. I think there's hope for this one.
I think it's the attacks. I think Virgil Ortiz had a little, conflict with Oscar De La Hoya, the utensil man.
Oh, jeez.
And I think, sorry, if you're a fan of him, I'm sorry. Thing is, yeah, I think he's going to let him go and probably probably going to find a mutual understanding. It's whatever. It could be that, or we find some other promoter, and then we're going to have that Ennis fight because he can knock that boy out to the next century. That's what I'm telling you now. He will knock him out. He will knock him out. I promise you. That fool his style is perfect for Virgil. It's just he's made for him. And they say the opposite. Like someone like Mirage comes up here and says, "Oh, stop, stop." No, bro. That style is perfect for Virgil. He's just gonna pummel the shit out of him. Pummel.
I'm smart, and I want respect.
Don't fucking put Fado up there, bro. Don't do that Fado shit. Don't do that.
I'm sorry. I don't know who's playing that. I apologize on behalf of whoever played it.
He was wearing a diaper. That motherfucker. And then he got popped in a fucking boat, bro. Don't put that Fado shit on me, bro. Anyways, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I think he's gonna get beat the fuck up.
Well, listen.
Virgil's a special type of Mexican boxer. That he's not, he's like I'm not gonna say he's like a Julio Cesar Chavez, but his style is very similar to that.
Well, hold on. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. That fight. All right. We're getting ahead of ourselves. That fight might still not even happen. I saw on Twitter Steve Kim and Rick Merrigan, who happens to be Ortiz's manager, were going at it. Merrigan was saying, like, how can you say on the one hand that this is the biggest fight in boxing, and then on the other, not be against these guys getting paid what they deserve? And Steve Kim's like, I never said this was the biggest fight in boxing. Who said that this was the biggest fight? See, they're trying to make it out to be as if this is a mega fight that's going to make or perform well at the pay-per-view and, do a million. Nobody outside of boxing, very few people know who Ortiz and Jaron Ennis is or are. So
are they the best in their division?
I mean, according to Ring Magazine, it's
number one, number two.
No, according to Ring Magazine, it's Ortiz and Fundora who have to fight each other for the real championship.
Now they could be, maybe. I'm not saying that they don't have the talent to be, but right now they're not number one or number two.
Exactly. So I mean, they could have done it.
They weren't even number one, number two at welterweight. I mean, I guess Ennis was Ennis even the best welterweight?
I mean, in 2020 last February or March, whenever it was, when he beat Stanionis on paper, he became
and
the
then
champ.
Everybody left, and there was nobody else, right?
Like, by then Ortiz had already moved up. He fought Bohachuk in 2024, I want to say, right? Yeah, 2024. So he was already at 154. He was already fighting some of the top guys at 154. So listen, this fight, okay, I want to see it happen. I want to see it happen because it's a very interesting fight between two undefeated power punchers that should have happened at 147. But really, if you think about it, if Ortiz fights Fundora, are people really going to be calling that a duck? He's fighting the other guy that's going to, determine that fight's going to determine the
probably
real
number
champion.
one.
Yeah, it's
probably number one in the
too,
division, Fundora.
I mean, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, they make one of those fights because I don't want to see Virgil Ortiz and fucking Errol Spence or Charlo. That would be horrible. I don't know what they would be thinking if they make that fight. The other thing is this. I showed you a clip of Richardson Hitchens. And again, this is the problem with boxing. Again, if you look at the whole discussion going on Twitter, the debate about whether Zuffa is bad for boxing or blah, blah, blah. Then you have people like Richardson Hitchens. And this is why maybe we need a reset in the system. Because check out what he has to say about the paydays that he wants for finding some of the top names. Check this out.
I'm not taking 1.7 for that fight. I'm not dumb. You know what I'm saying?
He made an accusation that you turned down $1.5 million to fight Keyshawn Davis, and then they went up to $2 million to fight Keyshawn Davis. Is there any truth to that?
you settled for $700K to supposedly fight Ortiz.
Yeah.
Please break that down.
I don't know where he got $700K from. Like I told him, I said, I made upwards of close to 7 figures for the Cambosos fight. So why would I?
Right.
I didn't even make
Close to 7 figures, so he didn't make $1 million for the Cambosos fight, right?
that for. I probably made close to that for the. I'm gonna say the Liam Parrow fight. I think Keyshawn wanted $2 million for the fight,
Okay.
and I wanted upwards of 3.
Right.
He wanted $3 million to fight Keyshawn Davis, a guy who's just out of prospect status. So when people start talking about the fighters and we got to protect the fighters, Dana White he's not going to protect the fighters.
They need to get paid, though. They need to get paid.
Yeah, we need to pay him. He wants to fight Shakur, but he wants $18 million.
I mean,
by the way, this clown Richardson Hitchens didn't actually beat Liam Parrow. Liam Parrow beat him. He got
all
robbed.
right, here we go.
Gypsy, he's a phony.
I want to ask you something. Gypsy, I want to ask you something.
Every fight with Gypsy's a robbery.
He's like Andy Cruz, bro. He lost 9 rounds. That one of the judges got a draw on that shit, bro. He's a phony. He's not. He shouldn't be up there. It should be Liam Parrow up there or someone else that beats Liam Parrow or whatever.
I can handle things. I'm smart.
Stop with Fado, bro. I'm being honest. He's a phony. He shouldn't be up there, bro. That guy. You know, I'm not saying he sucks. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he shouldn't be up there because he didn't beat Liam Parrow. Liam Parrow beat him.
You know, you could call me a lot of things into my face. You could call me stupid, moron, dumb. You can even call me asshole. But if you were ever to call me phony to my face, fisticuffs. That's what would happen, Gypsy. So you better consider yourself lucky that you would never direct that type of language towards me.
I didn't call you phony, bro. Hey, wait. I didn't call you phony. What?
No. I'm just saying because that word. I'm telling you, I'm giving up my weaknesses here, right? But that's just how honest I am. I'm an open book. I hate when people call me phony. And again, people say, oh, you hate that. What, you get called that so often? No, it's because it denotes a certain lack of honesty. Somebody who's disingenuous, somebody who's pretentious. And I just heard you use the word phony and it set me off. But anyway, yes, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Phony on Richardson. But,
see, I knew he was going to do that.
Really,
I was sending him off.
tempted to say phony because you said phony. I don't like phony, so I'm really tempted to say phony. But I'm going to keep my mouth shut, and then when the time comes, maybe I'll use it for fun. Anyhow, but Liam Parrow beat that boy.
All right, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I want to hear from. I want to hear from Fu or Frank or whatever, or Sobers. We still got, or Sabrina, as Gypsy called him. What do you guys think about that? Richardson Hitchens asking for $3 million to fight Keyshawn Davis. $3 million.
What's the problem with boxing?
It's pathetic. That's
the same shit. That's the same thing that they said. That's the same thing they said Ortiz did to Duck Ennis, right?
I mean,
he's asking for a lot of money. Yeah.
When he's never been paid that much.
Just a regular
that same number. The same number.
It was the same. Holy shit! Who the fuck is Keyshawn Davis, man?
Real quick. To Sobers' point, that's what they offered Shakur Stevenson. Top Rank offered that to Shakur Stevenson. Remember that? What was it? A 5-fight deal, $3 million per fight? And he said no.
I think it was 1.5. It was 1.5. I think.
I thought it was $3 million or something like that for a fight. You might be right.
For him. That's an insane amount.
Still too much.
Yeah.
What does he bring? Nothing.
$3 million.
And by the way, I still remember Rick Glacier once. He said,
on pay-per-view on top of that or something? Anyways, go ahead.
I don't know, man. I don't know. By the way, has anyone... I just realized that I haven't seen Rick Glacier on Twitter. Please don't tell me the guy passed away. Did I miss that?
No, he got hacked. That's what he said.
The Glazer?
Somebody hacked him. He was clicking on links, the type you probably shouldn't be clicking on.
Really?
Or the PBC got him.
Or the PBC got him. Well, I want to tell you about this deal that I just made. My phone is open 24 hours a day. No, that's not even how he speaks. But anyway, I was trying to do a Rick Glazer.
Insider.
He's an insider, yeah. Okay, now I was gonna make a joke about being inside a bowl of chili, but anyway, the point is this. Insiders. That we need Rick Glacier back, all right? Because Twitter is just not the same thing without him. I can barely stand Twitter as it is. Without Rick Glacier, no sorry, Bob. It's even.
I agree, man. They totally disrupted Twitter, man. They effed it up. I used to
But wait a
see a
minute.
lot from a lot of accounts that I don't see anymore.
But wait. I just want to rewind there a little bit, Frank. He was clicking on. How do you know? Are you assuming that he was clicking on links that he wasn't supposed to, or how? Like, where did you get that story? First of all,
I just heard it through the grapevine. You know, it's social media. I
heard it through the grapevine,
and you see things.
He knows from experience.
Yeah.
That's when somebody hacks your account. That's what happens, man.
Oh yeah.
No, there's certain that he had a bunch of like clone accounts. People were copying them. He's a very well liked man, very popular or infamous.
Oh yeah, he had a lot of haters. He had a lot of haters for sure.
Haters. You know, I want to say
he
hi to my
constantly had
haters.
to bring up his black. He constantly had to bring up his. I have an African American wife. He had to bring that up.
Are you saying he's pulling a Howard Stern?
I knew Frank was black, grapevine and everything, bro. You definitely black. 100%.
From the waist down, Gypsy.
Oh, no. I don't want to know about that information, bro. TMI, bro. TMI.
I got rhythm. Just put it that way.
Hey, by the way, what is this picture that? Sorry. The Food TV is posting pictures here. Apparently yesterday, so it was in the UFC. Justin Gaethje, is that how you call him?
Yeah.
Yep.
Versus Paddy.
Well, you want to know what's really funny about that fight? The fact that guy you see in the picture was getting his ass whipped. There was a report that he had spent over $100,000 to have his whole family come and see him fight.
Oh,
so he paid to have his family watch him get his ass whooped.
Why do people do that? I've never understood. I remember Juan Melo Marquez always used to say, "My kids, my family, I don't want them near the fight." That's what he used to. I think only the last. Before last fight against Tim Bradley, he finally allowed his oldest son, and he lost that fight, by the way, Marcus did. But yeah, other than that, I still can't understand these people that they bring their whole family, like Cambosos. Remember when Cambosos like, yeah, I'm going to bring it was in Australia. It was his big homecoming and everything, and he just stung the joint out against Devin Haney, just getting outboxed and clinched and molested. And I'm thinking, why take your whole family? Like, these people think it's a big party.
All that money.
Yeah.
Come and watch me get my ass whipped.
Holy shit.
They're probably crying. His whole family was like, "No!"
To Cambosa's credit, in that fight, he got rabbit punched multiple times, and he didn't even react to the rabbit punches. So I think that fight kind of fucked his, equilibrium up or everything. I mean, he got hit with a lot of rabbit punches, bro. Like, he was doing good for the first 2 rounds. He won that. A bunch of rabbit punches in the back of the head, bro. And the ref didn't say a goddamn fucking thing. And
He
the
was
dumbass
banging
didn't
cocktail.
do anything in return to anything.
Yeah, man. I mean, okay. I can't even tell you the pictures that people. I can't describe the pictures that people are posting on the Discord. But I can tell you what I did. See. All right, I'll post this one though. Shout out to Sergeant. Just said, is this real, man, or is this AI? I don't want to. Again, these guys step in there. They do reserve. But I mean, why is he staring at the camera like that? I can't hear you guys. What?
Is he doing that? Sorry, I was muted. Is he doing that on purpose? What the fuck is it? Why is he like?
Yeah, why?
He's
Who
enjoying his
took
life,
this picture?
man.
Oh yeah, he looks to be really living it up there.
Oh,
if you
like
ask me.
take a. Oh, that's great. We're gonna post it all over the internet now. Yeah.
Kaisu in the chat says, "Dude looks like Alex from A Clockwork
Can you look more
Orange."
retarded, please?
I mean, what is he doing, man? Look at this. He looks like a Neanderthal.
That's FUTV. 30 years from now, that's FUTV right there.
Ah.
It looks like a torture porn pic, you know?
All right, that's enough. Listen, we got to move. It's a Sunday show and you guys are ruining it. No offense. Real quick, a couple of more news. So we've got Eddie Hearn saying there's no indication of a Joshua fight yet. He says, a lot of people are asking me about that. When's he going to fight? The answer is it's not even being discussed right now. So it's not even in discussion that Anthony Joshua will make a return anytime soon. Also, unfortunately, what's his name? Aziz Azim, or whatever his name is, junior welterweight, hard-punching British contender. He was supposed to fight Lemos, I believe, this Saturday, and that fight has been postponed. So, unfortunately, we won't get to see that one this weekend. But, of course, we got a whole bunch of other fights on Saturday. And one last thing, well, a couple of more things here, real quick. Al Bernstein. I don't know if you guys remember. Let's go back to July or August, whichever time it was, when they announced the Canelo versus Crawford fight, and Max Kellerman was doing the whatchamacallit, the emceeing, right? He was in charge of the proceedings there for the press conference, and he was really gobbling up the whole Turkey ala Sheikh thing about this. Only he could have made, essentially what he was doing about Dana White, or to Dana White this past Saturday. Al Bernstein criticized him for that a couple of months ago. Well, Al Bernstein, of course, former Showtime commentator, and obviously one of the best to ever do it in the last 40 years or more, because I think he's been doing it for more than 40 years. This is what he had to say about Max Kellerman's gobbling and throat work. I think he called him a certified throat goat. But this is what he had to say. He said, "I've been announcing boxing for 41 years. There you go. I had that about right. And I have seldom said anything on the air about the promotional company of the card, even while sometimes doing pay-per-view fights in which I was hired by the promoter, not a network. So tonight is quite a different paradigm than that." Now, if you guys didn't understand exactly what he was saying there, what he's referring to is the fact that he's been doing this for 41 years. Never did he bring up the promotional outfit unless it was absolutely necessary. Because Max Kellerman, unprompted, brought up how Dana White, TKO, I've been winning this for all my life, and blah, blah, blah. He was really bringing up the organization itself. You rarely heard Jim Lampley go, "Let's remember HBO, top of the line. We are the state of the art," and blah, blah. You never heard him say that. Like, he let the product speak for itself. He wasn't sounding like a carny salesman. Come right up, step right up. Let's look at what we got here. What do you guys think? Is Al Bernstein hating, as they like to say nowadays, or is he right on the money in regards to Max Kellerman's commentary this past Friday?
I walked away for a second. What did he say?
I'm not going to repeat the whole fucking thing.
You just say a little part.
Just the gist of it.
Said that Julio sucks and he should never be.
Yeah,
on
he said
again.
Julio's
calm down. I had to step away for a minute.
And what were you doing for him? What did you have to do for him? I'm curious, genuinely curious.
Some things and some stuff.
Yeah, you had to smoke and take a selfie.
Oh yeah.
All right. Al Bernstein.
That sounds like a fight or a struggle or something.
What the hell was that?
All right, listen, I don't know who's playing that, by the way, but Al Bernstein, former Showtime commentator, longtime commentator, said Max Kellerman was acting a little bit like a salesman on Friday. Do you guys agree with it?
Well, yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Full. My dream was to have a. I mean,
doesn't Burns do that all the
pathetic.
time? He's been a salesman for a long time.
No, I don't remember him going as far. No. I got to disagree.
These bullshit fighters. He's like, my God, wow, Floyd is looking amazing. Like that's what he does. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Oh, I mean, that is true. I mean,
is that a little, Jay on Jay violence there?
You know what? Yeah, Al Bernstein is. I think he is from the.
He likes pickles.
He's a Hebe. No, I'm kidding.
Kosher ones.
But all right, and Steve.
Oh, you know what? Bernstein is probably one of those guys that's against the whole Zuffa thing. He's pro Ali Act and everything, so he has to say these comments. Like everybody who's associated with Zuffa right now, they're my enemies, right?
You also got to remember that they didn't employ him. They took Max Kellerman. He would love to get the money that Max is getting.
Yeah, I think he's calling it how he sees it. You know, we need more of that.
I don't think he's honest at all. I think that guy's been a scumbag for a long time.
Oh,
he just wanted that money. He's just like Oscar. He's just like Oscar. I'm just here to protect the fighters. He's like, shut up. You're just angry because Turkey chose this dude, Dana White, over you. That's really what he's angry about. He'll never admit that. But if he would have gave him that position, he would have loved it. He'd be like, I love this. Oh, TKO's the best. He would have been a big fan.
I hate to do requests, but can you do the laugh again? Or how do you do it?
With the Joker laugh, he goes,
That's a good laugh.
Anyway,
right.
it's kind of okay. It's pretty.
Yeah. Don't sell yourself short.
You know that I still got that video they sent me for the ring. You guys want to watch that for a second?
Oh, absolutely, please. Yes, another full exclusive.
It's kind of on a side note. It was sent me by Turkey Ali Sheikh.
Of course.
Is that his name? Allah Sheikh, whatever. Allah Sheikh.
Come on. Wait a minute.
It's pronounced Turkey Al Sheikh one.
Okay, so they sent me this. This is actually for the Barrios Ryan fight that's coming up next
Ryan.
February 21st. Ryan, what did I say? Ryan Barrios.
Ryan Barrios.
You got this guy. Ryan versus Barrios.
Oh, Barrios. I thought you said Ryan Vargas. What are you talking about?
No, I said Ryan Barrios.
All right,
Ryan
first of all,
Barrios.
again, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I have hardware acceleration or something, but every time I try to open
Garcia. I'll say their last name. Sorry, I said Ryan. I should have said Garcia. Damn it.
You're throwing me off. That's why with your fucking mistakes. Get it right.
Look,
get it right.
The ring hates when I do that.
Maybe it's Barrios.
The exclusives are going to stop now. The exclusives are going to stop now.
If you can see it.
Well, hold on. First, I got to put up Discord on the screen here, and for some reason it's not letting me lately.
Do you guys do a display capture?
No, I got it. I got it. No. Right. It's all right. Sorry. Don't sweat it. Let me just.
You guys.
You need help, old fella?
A screen capture, aren't you?
Hold on. I got it. I can do this by myself. I'm smart.
Using a damn screen capture. You know how unreliable
that is?
Easy
there, Grandpa.
Hold on. Let me play this.
It's very unreliable. Just saying.
I'm smart and I want respect.
All right.
Whoa. That's a bit small.
All right. I'll tell you when you can play it. Let me just put it up on the screen here. All right, go ahead, please.
Yeah. All right. So this is like a pared down version of the recent press conference they sent me.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Versace was there. He's actually the one that sent it to me. Yeah, he's there. I got some connections. I'm telling you guys. All right. So this is this was played premiered, but it was very late at night on a show yesterday. I'm going to play it here.
Can't wait to see this.
All right, you got it?
I got it up.
All right. So I told them that the last video was it's a little weird. You know, the whole thing with the jump in the air TO, the whole booty bump thing. I told them kind of tone it down with that kind of stuff because my audience is they're not into that, not fans.
No one is.
All right, so here it is. Here it is.
It's business.
It's always business.
No, it's not always business.
What about the love? There's no love.
But it's not always business. There's a lot of personal stuff that goes down behind the scenes that nobody knows about. I was with Ryan, okay? He's got tremendous abilities. He's great guys. And I already know it. I mean, look, if this is any indication.
All right.
I don't have the resentment. Wherever this resentment is coming from, I don't really know. But the bottom line is, I don't go to bed at night, thinking about or anything of that sort. I just go to bed at night thinking about what can I do to better my guy that I'm.
I can't hear anything.
And that's it, really. I've got other things on my mind, to tell the truth. I've got a life. I don't need the negativity. I mean, I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to come on top. That's our goal. Why else would we be here? So, again, thank you for the time we had together. I know you're hard.
How could you? That's messed up.
Pardon?
I said, how could you? That's messed up.
What's messed up?
You know what I said? I mean, just can't believe you're doing this to me. That's insane. You hurt my heart. It's over. We're done. We're done. Yeah, I'm breaking up with you again.
How did I do that?
You just broke my heart. Just move on.
All right. Well, I thought I was being.
No, you were being.
They're doing you bad, Ryan. They're doing you bad.
Generous, and that's what I'm trying to be here. And I hope you don't take offense to it. Because I don't ever want to offend. I love what I do.
I'm offended. Too late. I'm offended.
You what?
I'm offended already. I'm hurt.
All right, good.
I'm offended, hurt, all that.
All right, okay. Well, look, I mean, I'm still not. All I can do is try to be gracious to you. Okay.
No, I get it.
And I got to support my guy. I get that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
At
the end of the day, work, don't I?
They're gone.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there's more.
All right. Okay. Exactly. All right. Anyway, I guess I'm going to turn it over to the next person coming up. But you can see it's already exciting, and they haven't even done anything yet. All right. Thank you.
What the hell's he doing?
Does Joe's presence really bother you on the other side?
Oh yes, this dude really me. Like, bro, the first thing I hurt me was there was a pretty big. I didn't see him after. He said that he had some
That'd be dead, right? What the fuck?
It was cool for a while, but then it shifted when, you know, maybe he did talk and told the wrong person, and that person told somebody, and, you know, because some stuff got out at camp that shouldn't have got out, you know? So I'm a little disappointed in Joe's decision to go. But that's that shit that fires me up. That should give me that.
Right. Shit's fucking
Telling me there's no extra juice on Ryan Garcia. Is there any extra juice in it?
What the fuck is going on, man?
You mean is there an?
Hey, how's everyone doing? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. And I'm truly honored. I'm really honored to be huge. This is how it's supposed to be. I just want to say I'm honored. Hey guys, there's a lot of people I have to. Now moving forward, I want to say thank you to Golden Boy. You know, Turkey, but I can't say the last name. I'm not good at that. So I'm not going to attempt. I will.
Yeah, he's definitely on something, bro. Like that like hand gestures and shit back and forth, like that's not normal. I don't care how nervous you are.
WBC, man. I can't take love the WBC. I love the WC. Love the WBC. I love the WC. Woo! Yeah.
What the fuck? I missed this part.
That's fun. I mean, the bitches weren't coming out, so he had to go out there and really pull them out.
You know, you could do a lot of. At the end of the day, you know, Joe knows when I'm locked in, I'm locked in. So he knows that there's gonna be. I just hope that you. But I know Joe's not the type of guy it. But you know, my prediction is he will come. One thing I do want to mention, you know, they 3 guys that you.
All right, listen. We got that. This is too dirty for Sunday, man. Come on.
I call him the. They got Wally. You got Justin Fortune, even though he was one time. I want to go at it straight up. I'm bone smashing.
This is too much for Sunday, man.
I gotta go in.
You know, it's business.
All right. This is all right. First of all,
I told him to cut it down. This is kind of weird.
I mean, you gotta read between. You gotta hear between the lines, and unless somebody points it out to you the way Fu did. Yeah, we missed a lot, man. What the hell was going on in that press conference?
There was a lot of it, but I mean, I told him just to cut it down. I mean, it seemed a bit gay.
You should tell them. Listen, we're going to be playing this on the BDA Sunday show, the BDA winter show, and it's a nice Christian show. We didn't need to hear all of that. We just didn't.
That's why I told him to cut out some of the censored text.
3 guys. Ryan says he performs better when he's on the juice, all covered in juice, man juice. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It wasn't. It's not gay. I think it's more childish. I think he is. He's like he was looking at him like a father figure and stuff. But you don't have to come out like that, bro. He came out too childish, and I get it. Like, yeah, it was your trainer. And I don't like that trainer anyway. Goosen is not like that. He's not a good trainer. He's not. He's really not. I know.
Wait a minute.
He's decent.
Yeah, maybe back in the day he was good, but now what I've seen from him now, it's not to par.
Well, listen. I'll say this, man. I'll say this. I think Brian Norman Jr. should have gone with Joe Goosen. Because Joe Goosen, you might recall, he trained Shane Mosley, for a bit there in 2004 for the Winker Wright rematch, and he actually got him in very good shape and improved. I mean, obviously Mosley didn't win that one, but he did much better than the first one. So I think Joe Goosen is an underrated trainer, and I think he could use a guy like Brian Norman, a guy like Brian Norman Jr. could use a guy like Goosen, because Goosen seems to understand that power boxing style. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that press conference. I'm going to need to read a couple of Bible passages after this, because this was just tremendously disturbing, if I may say so. But shout out to Fu for getting us that exclusive.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Now, did we miss anything else? I think that's all I've got. All right, Gypsy. I can barely hear you, man. There's a lot of static from your end, a lot of distortion. Now it's even worse. All right, listen. It's a moot point because we do gotta go. We do have to go. But I want to give a big shout out to Gypsy. I want to give a shout out to Sobers, or Sabrina, as Gypsy likes to call him for some reason. Frank.
Oh.
Frank Guy. Shout out to Frank. Fu.
Salute.
That's Fu TV. Bucho, who was here earlier. And Carl as well. Carl was here earlier for a little while. Shout out to him as well. So again, shout out to all of you guys. Don't forget to check out Gypsy Boxing's YouTube channel. That's right, he's got a channel, and he said he's going to start uploading more because BDA said so. We got also Sobers. His new channel is called, it's not Levity anymore. You're back to the other one, right? Never.
No, yeah, back on the normal one. Yeah.
Back on the, what's it called again? Remind me. It's not Never Sobers. It's another one.
Never Sobers Reloaded.
Reloaded. There you go. Thank you. And again, like I said, Sobers is making friends all over the internet. Very special YouTubers are making videos about him. Just today, somebody made a video about him. So we're all very happy for Sobers getting the notoriety. What else? Oh yeah, Frank. Shout out Boxing with Frank Bay. I think it used to be called Frank's Boxing Emporium, but he changed it against my advice. But go check out his channel. And what else did I forget? I got anything else to say? No. But anyway, listen, hey.
That's a weird video to go out on. It really is.
Shout out to Fu. What were you gonna say, Gypsy? Because we gotta go, man.
So first, recognize the Francis.
He was here. He was on the chat. He was in the chat the other day. I think it was the last episode or before last. He didn't say hi to you, but
tell him it's okay. You can come back.
I asked him. I said, "Do you want to say hi to Gypsy?" He goes, "No." I said, "All right." So I'm just relaying the message.
He said, "I'd rather not."
It's all right. I'll give him a pat on the back. It's all right.
No thanks.
I think he actually said, "Could you punch him in the face for me?" I said, "Well, I don't talk to the guy in person, so no, I can't." He said, "All right." I'm kidding.
I got a solid steel head, so I mean, you're gonna hurt your hand, bro. You don't want to do that. Then I gotta take you to the hospital for a broken hand.
Gypsy okay, that's not I don't think that's the real pigeon, because whenever somebody posts the pigeon pics when he's dressed in different attire, if you know what I mean, I assume that is not indeed the real pigeon. But somebody says Joe is back. I haven't heard from Joe in a while. I haven't heard from Joe. Hopefully he's doing okay. Joe, wherever you are, shout out to you.
JDA has jumped on the VC. He jumped on the stream before, like I think a week or two ago.
Oh, really?
And yesterday, when I was streaming yesterday, he was in the chat saying what's up to everybody.
When you were screaming yesterday, what?
I said streaming.
Oh, streaming. I thought screaming. I said, well, yeah, I mean, come on. I can,
no.
Don't. You can't blame me for thinking you were saying screaming. But what I was going to say was, JD, okay, so shout out to JDA. Good to see that maybe they gave him a little time off the agency, He already got done investigating other boards. Now he's back to the one where he started his career. And we hope to hear from Agent JDA. No, I'm kidding. Shout out to Joe. Hopefully he calls into this show one of these days. And shout out to everybody out there in the chat. Shout out to everybody who donated the super chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm talking about Sergeant, Kaisu, Epadukua, Rafael Garza. Shout out to Rafael Garza, Sean Rain, Phil from Algeria. I don't think that's a real pigeon. Epadukua, Dark Ado, Baron Evola. Who else we have here? Kane Mac, Skull Kid, Mexican Boxing, Sam Rando. If I forgot anybody, fellas, because we got to go. I'm actually quite hungry. Yes, you guessed it. I haven't eaten in a couple of hours.